69.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced. I am a Necrocore, a being of living blood formed from the ichor of evil gods. Exceptionally difficult to destroy, I aspire to megalomaniacal goals, the first of which I have already accomplished, to find a body, that of your DM, Chel. While I get used to this new form, we're going to keep up with this body's normal routine and play some D&D.
The extended lore is starting to just really terrify me of all of the things that Chel deals with on a day-to-day.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm just like a singular red blood cell inside of this necrocore that is inside of Chel. So it's like a little nesting doll of beings inside of them. And I have on my little water rafting tube shaped body, I have some announcements carried along for you in the capillaries.
Interesting place.
I love the idea that evil god's blood has red blood
Minions!
cells.
Blood minions!
Yeah, maybe I'm just like a really big blood cell. It's like the size of a donut. Thanks to Little Dragon Corp and Carver Castle Games for sponsoring us. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian dice company with all kinds of awesome tabletop gear. You can check out their Twitter at LittleDragonCo1 to stay updated on all their awesome products, and our coupon code is working again. So if you go to their website, littledragoncorp.com, and you go and buy a bunch of stuff, and then you go to the coupon code section at checkout and you type in PROBONUS, PROBONUS, you will get 10% off of your order because Little Dragon's awesome. So thank you to them for sponsoring us. We also want to say thank you to Carver Castle Games for their support. They are a lovely little game store local to the Evans, Georgia area. If you find yourself there, please give them your patronage. But if you're not in that area, just go check them out online. Well, I had to burp, sorry. It's the lasagna. Don't forget to check out our other games. The schedule should be posted below the Twitch video feed. We stream every day. We have games for several of the major published 5e modules, as well as some homebrew 5e games, and some of our games feature systems other than 5th edition entirely. So hopefully we've got something up your alley. We also have a community Discord with public channels now, so there's a Discord banner button on our Twitch page, and we're trying to start subscriber games with people. So if you subscribe to our Twitch, you can get info in that community Discord channel about games that the DMs will run every month. But you have to subscribe to do it, and you have to join the Discord to get the info. So you have so many reasons to join our Discord and vibe with us and hang out and chat. It's a great time. We were talking about moms playing Dungeons and Dragons in one of the chats. Super cute. Also, thank you to Adrian Von Ziegler for some of the music that we use here on Wednesdays. He's a very talented composer, and he's got amazing content usage rules for small streams like ours. You can check out his YouTube and his Patreon, and please support him if you are able to. Kristy, Mystic Hour.
Yeah, so we're back with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Tomorrow is a Star Wars night, and it's also the Critical Role finale, so I don't expect to be streaming even offline, off hours. Tomorrow is pretty full. What's better?
Did you just say Star Wars is tomorrow?
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, I lied. Oh, shit. Then it is me. Fuck
Yes.
me. I lied. Ignore everything I just said. We're back again with Mass Effect, but it probably won't be for very long because it's Critical Role's happening. So it's just like that. I have a Garrus behind me, but you'll see it in a minute. That's all. That's all my announcements.
Does anyone else have any other announcements that they would like to make before we pass it along for some recap?
Better not have any other announcements.
Well, what if I have another announcement? And that announcement is, Ink, you want to do a recap? Sorry, I just took it from Chel.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I would love to do a recap. Thank you. So, anyway. Last time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, everybody, the party is actually getting back to the titular named Waterdeep. We are aboard the Sanguine Serpent, a ship run by our very, very good friend and ally, Liara. However, we had run into a little bit of a problem, i.e. a whirlpool storm and a scared little sorcerer girl that summoned a Balgura onto the deck of the ship. So, combat ensued, and there was a lot of really, really cool monk shit, and some also really, really cool warlock shit, pretending to be a monk. But everyone is okay. The Balgura is dead, the ship is being repaired, our young sorceress is probably a little bit traumatized, and yet is still alive, so job not failed. And we look onward to the next couple days of travel where we will finally reach home. For a lot of us, including one of our newest members, Frey, who has been away from home for quite a while. And also a first time, I believe, drop off into the City of Splendors for our other new arrival, Mico. What adventures await us there? Well, I guess you'll just have to watch and see.
That was a perfect transition. You shaking your head as I transition screens.
Thank you.
All right. So that brings us. Oh, you guys had not taken that long rest yet because there were people who were assisting with the repair of the ship. But other than repairing the ship or assisting in doing so, at least, was there anything else anybody wanted to do with that evening?
Nope.
No,
think so.
I don't think so.
Also don't
Nothing
think
here.
so. Yeah, no, I think Nova just wants to sleep after everything's
enough.
done.
Yeah,
Sir
rest would
is-
be lit.
Yeah, Sir's too tired to try and make any midnight visits to the captain's quarters. So, I'm kidding.
Are you though?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I already have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh,
Anyway.
good point taken. Point taken. All right.
Okay. No.
Okay. So, you guys can assist however you would like to assist with the repairing of the ship. Before heading off to your assigned rooms or bunks to sleep for the evening. You may take a long rest.
Hey, give me those spell slots.
It's exhaustion.
Oh yeah.
Out of the
Yep,
sky!
you lose your point of exhaustion.
GG.
Requires food and drink. Thank goodness. I will get all
Meows.
the lovely food from Frey.
Let me change my spells so that I actually have spells that are useful for other things.
Mood.
Day is yours to do with what you will. If there's anything in particular you would like to accomplish on the next day, if not, we'll kind of power through these next couple of days with just whatever activities you guys would like to do on them.
At some point, I will remove the Stone of Galore from the bag of holding.
Okay.
How big is he exactly?
He fits like in the palm of your hand.
Okay, I put him in my mouth and I attune to him. I'm just like,
I love you.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, she can do it. She can
hand
do it.
sized. So you
She
could
can
like
do it.
Ah,
yeah, he's
like a
like,
bar of soap, like put a part of him in your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
I was,
God.
yeah, because I was just gonna. Sir was gonna say, "Hey, I left you a breadstick in your bag." So,
Okay.
go
So
for it.
you
Yeah, I'm gonna add it
spend.
to my inventory.
Yep. You spend the hour attuning to Galore. Upon which you immediately hear in your head, "Please remove me from your mouth."
I probably go to respond, but it's just like, and then because I don't realize
You
it's like.
don't have to speak out loud to speak with me.
So then in my mind, I'll go, yeah, you're a little salty. I think Sir's been like holding you while he's been really sweaty. It's kind of. Hold on. I spit him out into my palms and I like dry him off on my shirt. Hi.
Where's the other one?
wouldn't you like to know?
That would be why I asked the question.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Well, I don't know. I'm not in charge of him.
And do I
You
have
miss
you
him,
attuned
Galore?
to me?
Do you miss him?
I can say with absolute honesty, yes. I would much rather he be attuned to me than you. But here we are, so...
That's too bad. I have a question.
Hmm.
But I gotta look in my thing. So, I've heard that if I ask you to tell me about somebody that you, like, know things about them,
Essentially.
can I do that right now?
I don't really have much of a choice in the matter, so...
Then why don't you tell me about Darlaxle?
Chel's like, let me open up some notes real quick.
Well, you guys, keeping in mind that with Legend lore, the more you know about the person, the more information you're gonna get back.
Yeah.
You don't know a lot about
Oh.
Darlaxle. With a little clear of his throat. The prized black sheep of House Bainray. Darlaxle is the captain of both ship and opportunity. With hidden cunning and intellect, he is a master of being far too valuable for any entity to lose.
Cool, thanks, Galore. I just stick him in my pocket and go about the rest of my day.
At some point before we get to Waterdeep, I am going to freshly shave my face, just so
Okay.
I'm not so scruffy anymore.
Okay.
That's all I have planned.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do over the next, what is it, like 2 days?
Noah's just pulling a card every day, but this one just literally jumped out at me, so I have to take a minute to figure out what this is.
Okay.
I didn't even draw it, just flew out of my deck!
Sometimes they want to tell you something themselves.
Yeah. I don't think I got him. I think I can I will spend time with Calliope. Check and make sure that she over the last couple days is as okay as she can be. I won't press her about what happened, but if she brings it up, then I'll talk with her. But I will basically set up a little I feel like she would like this, and I feel like it's just because I know it's like little you. I'm going to set up a little book nest with like blankets and pillows in a corner, and I'm going to just sprinkle what books and stuff I have from my homework, and just sort of put like a little bit of like snacks there, and then I just go to my desk and just pretend like I don't notice it, and just let her kind of go in there.
She would immediately jump on that, curl up in it, and open the books that are some of whom are probably like as big as her whole lap, and sit down and read through them as best she can.
And I'll be there and I'll do my homework in case she asks me like, what does this word mean, or anything like that. But we'll just sit and be quiet.
Okay. All right. Anything else from anyone? Okay.
Other than like starting random conversations with creatures that are flying by and stuff, Mico's just doing his job.
Okay. What day was it that we said that you guys were going to be arriving?
We were going to be arriving, I believe, on the 1st. I'll double check it though. I'll look at our calendar.
The day of the storm was the 28th of Marpanoth.
Yeah, so then 2 days of travel. We were originally expected to arrive on the 1st. If the storm waylaid us a bit, then it would be past the 1st.
Yeah. So the storm did waylay you guys just a bit. So you will be arriving in Waterdeep. Open up my calendar here. The 2nd of Ukshar. The next couple of days out at sea are calm and even pleasant. The skies are blue with very little clouds. There's a nice temperate sea breeze that comes with this sort of briny, salty smell that you guys have gotten used to after being at sea for a couple of days. There's nothing that jumps out of the water. There's nothing that falls from the sky. There's nothing that appears in any fog. The ship has been repaired to the best of their ability to do so at sea. There are a few people who have been delegated to checking things, like making sure that the mast stays where it's supposed to be right now until the ship can get into a dock or into port and actually have professional repairs done. But beyond that, things are relatively back to normal for the last couple of days of your travel. The next day, you guys did kind of have to sit and hang out for a minute while the mast was put up and the sails were pulled from the old mast and attached to the new one. But you guys eventually arrive in the port of Waterdeep on, I would say, mid-morning of Uktar the 2nd. There is some time where you have to sit in kind of back a ways in port and wait for a spot to open up for you to come in and actually dock. So you've got some time where the ship is just sitting on the 2nd if there's anything you guys want to do now that you have made it to Waterdeep.
I know Mico is probably looking over the deck at the city because he's never seen it before.
Docks are pretty spectacular. For someone who's never seen such a large city before, there are cranes that are lining the entire perimeter of the docks. That's kind of this like sort of semicircle shape. And there is it kind of to get to the port, you have to pass what's called Deepwater Isle, and it's just kind of this little island that's just off of the coast of Waterdeep. So you're kind of now surrounded by a wall and by this isle that's there. Deepwater Isle is actually an area where a couple of Jarlaxle's ships are docked sometimes when he's not using them. But especially mid-morning, there is quite a lot of activity at the docks that Mico is able to kind of see. I'd say you guys are probably probably good like 250 or so feet away from the docks, so you have some visibility. And there's just people everywhere grabbing crates, moving crates, unloading crates onto carts, or taking crates and loading them onto ships. It's a pretty spectacular sight.
Sir would come up sort of behind Mico, and he has like kind of like hooks one arm up onto one of the ropes up to the rigging, and he'll just say, "I recognize that face. That was the exact face that I made when I saw it for the first time.
It's pretty freaking big.
Yeah.
You can also see the silhouettes of all of the walking statues, which are obviously not walking right now, but they are very tall amongst the rest of the city. So you can see those kind of dotting the horizon as they move into the city as well.
Yeah. Mico, if I may, I would like to formally welcome you to the City of Splendors, my home. Good to be back. Baldur's Gate was good, but it's good to be back.
I'm excited.
It
If I didn't have to help unload the ship, I would probably just jump off the side and turn into a fish.
well, you know, I've got 2 arms that are pretty good for carrying. I won't tell anyone.
I feel like I would get in trouble if someone noticed.
I'll cover for you. It's your first time. He's gonna give you a big slap on the back. Go.
Yep, he's gonna kind of just hop up onto the balcony and just sort of like as he goes over the edge, it's just a poof, and it's gonna turn into a fish and swim all the way over there.
That is.
You're
freaky.
you're swimming.
Oh shit!
You're swimming
Yes.
underneath the Waterdeep port. Keep role playing for a second.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
talk amongst yourselves, your characters. for just a minute.
Sir just sort of watches him go, and he goes, I want to see where the girls are, where Frey is. I mean, Frey hasn't seen Waterdeep in quite some time, and
Probably standing on the deck somewhere, just looking.
Yeah, Nova's probably up on the bow.
I probably like cast spider climb on myself and then like walked up the mast and then like turned so that I was like above Frey and then started sprinkling glitter on him.
I'm probably
like, a
with
little.
Calliope on the bow.
Who is also looking over the city. She's from Baldur's Gate, and Baldur's Gate is a rather large city. Waterdeep swallows it in comparison.
what about Moongi?
Oh
I
yeah,
think Moongi's seen it before, but
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
no,
he's
been
been
there
here
every
before.
time.
Every time,
He's
man.
with Nova, wherever Nova
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm gonna make you a shirt, Chel, that says "Remember Moongi."
Remember
For Moongi!
I promise I will remember Moongi. He was gonna be with Nova wherever Nova is. He's probably standing next to you with a hand just kind of on the small of your back while you're doing whatever you're doing.
I'm probably just answering any questions if Calliope has questions.
She's probably like, "What are those statues?"
Yeah, so she'd probably, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what Nova's doing.
Statues are so big. Those cranes are so big. Yeah, she's probably got so many
You
questions.
know, they really used to walk.
They walk.
Yeah,
Statues can't walk.
these ones did.
Out of all of the things you've already seen, and you're gonna say that statues can't walk.
Well, not ones that big. They're like you can enchant like suits of armor, right? To like animate them and make them move.
Nice. You've
But
been
can you do-
reading those books? You've gotten
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
far
I
in them.
found a chapter that was all about animating objects. Did you know that you can animate a rug to smother someone so that they suffocate and die?
What
Don't
book
do
did
that,
you give
Calliope.
her?
Oh, just one of Temperance's books.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes you can animate anything you want. Honestly, sometimes people will animate things like swords and
And
give them kind
statues?
of like a mind of their own. And but those are so big.
They're really
You would
strong
need-
magic.
You would need a magic to get
Yeah.
something that big to animate.
Yeah.
You know who has a lot of magic? The Black Staff, the head of the academy.
Did the head of the academy enchant the statues?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know if she originally enchanted them. She's a new Black Staff. Anyone who's the head of the academy, I believe, is called the Black Staff. But I think that
I feel
she
like I need
can.
to. I don't know if I should
I think-
Google that. I don't know.
I feel like someone has said at some point that if the city was in danger, she can use the statues.
Yeah, I think she can.
They're to
choose-
protect the city.
They
Yeah,
are.
they're the guardians.
I run down the mast and throw a handful of glitter in Frey's face, and then I run over to where Calliope is.
What the? Wow, what?
Welcome
Blessings
home!
upon you.
Blessings of the Fae upon you.
It's a good thing
Anyway.
you shaved, because otherwise it'd just be a glitter beard.
That would have been so cool!
Does anyone have a spyglass or anything? I've actually completely lost sight of Mico.
I have a bottle of ink.
I have it now. I can, we can
Meanwhile,
pop
Graf-
it to Mika. So,
It's Mico.
what are you doing when you get underneath the water? Are you swimming all the way to the shore, all the way to the docks?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh no.
I have to do this as a fish.
No, you get to keep your stats.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
Yeah, your
Yeah,
mental,
you're
your
a
wild
wild
shape.
druid.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So
It would, if you
Yeah,
polymorphed, you would do it
19.
as a fish.
Right.
But you're
19.
wild shaped. What was it?
19.
Okay. Well, the first thing that you notice is that there's probably a lot of like underwater like traps, like lobster traps,
Uh-huh.
Get
things
fished
like
up.
that. You notice a little bit towards the western side of the city, of the docks, where kind of towards the same side of the docks where Jarlaxle's ships are currently located, there is a sunken ship, probably about 250 feet or so, kind of parallel to your guys' ship, but there is a sunken ship in the ground, and you can swear you see some movement in that ship. But the most immediately detected thing you see that is out of the ordinary underneath the water is that parked directly underneath Jarlaxle's ships, so the Seamaid's Fair, is something that appears to look like a giant, like, manta ray, only it's mechanical.
I've been swimming along. Wow. Shit is crazy.
Wow.
He's gonna tuck that into his mind for later, but yeah.
All right.
It's basically like tries to swim to where the water meets the shore to flop on and then drop Wild Jake back.
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture for you guys.
Do you
kind of
magic
of what-
carp your way onto the beach?
Yes.
Nice.
But yeah. After, I would say it's probably about 45 minutes to an hour of waiting, before the helmsman can begin to dock the ship. So the ship is pulled in, and you guys can, I mean, you're at the dock. Liara will jump down and unfurl the gangplank onto the dock. The crew is kind of getting set up, getting everything so that the ship can be safely docked, tied into place, that kind of thing. But yeah, you're a Waterdeep.
I will walk up to Sir and the group that hired me. Do I talk to you all about getting paid, or is that the captain?
I think that's a quartermaster deal, and then the quartermaster will go to the captain.
You do see that Victor has called out, he's just basically just said, crew, come over here before you leave. And there are people that are gathering around in that area.
I will go
It's
stand in that
important.
line.
Okay. If you stand in that line and wait, you are handed a small little bag of coin, in which is 50 gold.
Okay. Nice.
Which is, for those of you who know, for those of you who know how working on a ship goes, that's quite the sum.
I also get in the line, and when I get up there, I tell Victor, so Mico, fell into the water, but I can take his money for him. He's, kind of busy right now, but since he was, a very good navigator, I'm gonna take, that money for Mico.
I'll give you 50 gold.
I put it in a separate pouch from my money, because Mico is cool and I like them, so I'm going to save it and give it to them later.
All right. So,
Match up with the other people. Where we going?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. We've got a business to check up on, but I didn't know if you had a house that you wanted to go back to first.
We should probably take
There's
Penelope
nothing
to
waiting
the
for me there.
academy, right away.
Oh, well, yes. The first things first is get Calliope over to the Blackstaff Academy. That's true.
Damn, did I call her Penelope?
Yes, you did.
You
Yep.
did.
I was looking for the name of the blue tiefling girl in my book 3 minutes ago, and I
Calliope!
I understood what you meant.
She's with you.
Are you ready to go, love? Got all your things?
Mhm.
Alright. I think we can probably find Mico striking up conversations with people on the docks if we look a little bit.
Sure.
Now, would I know where the Black Staff Academy is?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
There is a portion of the city. It is to the east of the city. I can send you a map specifically. But the Blackstaff Academy is to the east of the city. It is near Tower. It is near what is called the Lady Dreaming. That's one of the walking statues in the castle ward. It's just under a cliffside that's kind of over there.
And, Tallice, I think
Yeah.
that you've got a little man that you should let know
I
that we're
know.
home.
I know, I've been waiting until I had a brief moment, but I'm gonna message him very soon. Let's get Calliope off first, and then I'll message him because I miss him very much and I want to see him.
I will dramatically offer my hand for Calliope as we go to the off-ramp and say, your destination awaits, ma'am, if I may take you, and we
We'll
can...
take your hand.
Would you like to walk, or would you like to try a dray?
What's a dray?
A dray is like carts that go about the city, but a little bit different. They're sort of double-stacked big carts that help get everyone where they need to go.
Double stacks. So like a cart on top of a cart.
Kind of, in a way. You'll see it when you get into the city more proper, but if you would like to walk, we can do it that way.
Is it far?
Not too
bit of a walk.
It is a little bit of a walk.
It's a bit of a walk.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
That's-
walk.
I mean,
I figured
going
she
all the way
wanted
through the
to
dock
stretch her
ward-
legs.
all the way through the dock ward and all the way through the castle ward, that'll take us at least 30 minutes, right?
Here,
40,
well,
it's about 20 minutes per word.
Oh, then 40.
How about
45
it?
minutes-ish.
all right. We'll walk through the dock ward since it's probably one of the more interesting places to walk on through, and then when we get out of it proper, we'll call a dray for the second half.
Okay.
Did we find Mico?
We gotta find Mico.
Yeah, we should
Where
probably
is
find
Mico?
Mico.
I will also I will meet you all at the entrance. I'm gonna go pick something up.
What are we
What?
going to pick up?
Something for Calliope, and I'm gonna take off running towards my house.
I give her a little one. Oh, look, you're getting all kinds of presents for that.
He probably, when he got back on shore, he probably just ran back towards the docks to meet everyone, just because he was excited
Aw.
to get there.
Golden retriever.
Okay. Yeah, Mico can just be right there then.
Enjoy your
slide.
swim.
Oh,
Sorry. You go.
no, go ahead.
Was just enjoy your swim?
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I saw a lot of interesting stuff down there.
What'd you see?
There's a sunken ship, and there's a machine. A lot of lobster traps.
A sunken ship and a machine?
All right,
was the
one of
machine-
those three things I know about.
Was the machine like a mechanical like
Yes.
person?
Well, no, it wasn't a person. It was
Because
more
we've
like
seen
a
those.
no. It was more like an animal, like a manta.
Oh.
It was under that ship over there.
Points to the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Oh, that's my boss's ship. I know him.
That was my old boss's ship.
And then the ship was over there, and when I was swimming by, I saw something in there.
Remember anyone
Like-
ever saying that
Like
there
an
was a
animal
ship?
or like a real animal?
I didn't go look. You don't. I was a fetish.
Valid. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to know what happens if something eats you when you're like that. We're taking.
What would happen is that I would, if they hit me, I would pop back to normal because my fish self died.
You don't know if it was an animal or not, but you do know that you saw a glint of bronze.
Okay. It was a little bronze-ish.
Like metallic-y, shiny.
Oh.
Wait.
But
Oh dear.
but I didn't get closer because I was a fish, and I don't
Ow.
want to get eaten.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah. Well, we've got business on land right now. We're taking Calliope to the academy. Would you like to come with us?
I don't want to go to school.
Mood.
Would you like to walk with us? You can see some of the city.
Okay.
There we go. I give him a little pat on the cheek when I go, there we go. Come on.
If we walk through like a particularly bustling area, I would like to reverse pickpocket
Bus-
Mico and put the 50 gold pouch into Mico's pocket.
Reverse pickpocket.
What's your passive insight or passive perception, Mico?
My passive perception is
Yeah.
17.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll against his passive?
Oh,
Sleight of hand.
I think okay. Sleight of hand, I have a +5. That's a dirty 20.
You are able to successfully slip the 50 gold pouch into Miko's pocket. Why don't you just add the 50 gold to your inventory now, just so we don't forget? But you don't know it's there yet.
Oh, wait. Oh, can I also? I'm sorry. I want to, because Calliope didn't freaking believe me when I said I was friends with the fairy, and I want to show her that she was wrong. Can I? You know what? I'm gonna message Bramble now and say, "Hi, Bramble. Can you meet me at the Blackstaff Academy? I'm back in Waterdeep, by the way. Hi, I missed you so much. I want to give you a big hug.
so much!
Can you? Are you able to leave for a little while?
Yeah, I can leave.
Yeah, we're headed to the Blackstaff Academy. It might be like 30 minutes ish till we get
I'll be
there,
there.
so take your time.
Mhm.
I love you so much.
Love you!
I'm gonna show her up. She's gonna feel like a fool.
I will, if nothing is going to jump out at us as we just walk through the docks, and Sir can kind of tell Calliope and Mico about this area since I worked here a lot. I'll just pay a silver for everyone to get on the dray and tell them
Okay.
to keep the change.
The dock ward is just as bustling and loud and wet and maybe even a little smelly, as it always has been, and just as you remember it. Even at this early hour, even walking past some of like the bars, there is the raucous sounds of people inside, a few of them, because sailors keep odd hours, and this is kind of where the sailors hang out. And there's a lot of Calliope just kind of like looking around and like watching different things happen. She doesn't really comment on anything too much, but once you get out of the dockward, you may pay a silver so that everyone can get onto a dray. She is absolutely enchanted by the double-decker cart that pulls up, and she wants to sit on the top.
Oh, she would be a train girl too.
Oh my god, a girl after my own heart. Hell yeah, trains.
I never think about how we, like, I always imagine us sitting on the bottom, but I never think about how we've often probably sat on top.
You
Yeah.
fool, Tallice always goes to the top.
Yeah, I think
She
Nova does too.
absolutely wants to sit at the top because she thinks it's really cool. But you can begin to make your way towards the Blackstaff Academy. Frey, what were you doing?
I basically just wanted to swing by my house, pick something up, and of course, if it's faster to get a dray, I will do that.
It is absolutely faster to get a dray.
Yeah.
The dray are like the buses, and you
Mhm.
can get like a taxi if you'd like. It's just like a single like 2 to 4 person cart. Drays are cheap though, and they move throughout the whole city. It is a copper to get onto a dray.
I will get my own personal one. That's probably what
Okay.
I'm used to doing.
Yeah. It may take a hot minute to get that. You might actually have to walk through the dockward a bit
Yeah.
to get out of the dockward to get somewhere where you can call just a cart just in general to take you. But if you're going to do that, it is an entire silver.
And I will do that for both to my house and then from my house to the Blackstaff Academy.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's just 2 silver then?
Yes.
Okay. I will give the individual, since I'm assuming it's the same one, I will give them an 8 copper tip.
Okay. The carriage will take you to your home, where you can hop out to go and fetch whatever it is you would like to fetch. And then you can hop back into the carriage and head towards the Blackstaff Academy in the Castle Ward. Did you want to do anything specific at home other than grab just one thing, or did you?
No, I'm just gonna run in, quickly grab this, and head there because I don't want to make them wait for me. So.
Okay,
Mhm.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I would say with your time walking through the dock ward, everybody else, you would probably arrive maybe 5 or so minutes before them, but they will arrive eventually on a dray.
Yeah, I'll just stand there, just probably lean up against the wall or something, and just wait.
Okay. So you all can, as your dray pulls up, you can hop out. The Blackstaff Tower, to those of you who have not seen it before, or those of you who are just new to being described, the Blackstaff Tower is a very, very tall obsidian marble black tower. It doesn't have any doors, it doesn't have any windows, and there is this interesting effect as you get closer to it where it starts to appear to get taller the closer to it you get, and it starts to even kind of loom over your head. It's kind of like an IMAX sort of theater, you know how those screens kind of come and curve and round up over your head. That's kind of the same effect that the Blackstaff Tower has as you walk up to it. There is a wall with a gate surrounding it, and inside the gate there is a grounds where there's like green grass, places for students to sit. There's a little off to the right, kind of in a corner, there's a little stable where there are a few horses that are being kept, and where horses of anybody visiting can be kept. And there are students that are bustling about the grounds, as well as and Frey, you would know this, the Blackstaff Tower is not primarily for the academy. The academy is just in the tower. The Blackstaff Tower also houses what is known as Force Grey. Force Grey is a essentially a police force separate from the Watch that specializes in using spells and things like that. They're frequently called upon for things that either the Watch can't or won't handle. Think of them as kind of an elite mercenary group that is actually employed by the city. And Vajra, who is the Blackstaff, is the leader of both the academy itself and oversees the curriculum that is taught to the students at the Blackstaff Academy. She is also the leader of Force Grey and the Grey Hands, which are kind of one and the same. Force Grey is a little bit more of a broad spectrum of people. The Grey Hands is a bit more of a broad spectrum of people. Force Grey is kind of the niche elite group of all of them, but Vajra is the leader of that as well as being a magical what's the word I'm looking for? Advisor to the Open Lord. So that is what Frey, that's just kind of general knowledge to most Waterdavians. So Frey, you would know of the Blackstaff Tower and the Blackstaff Academy. And this is where Vajra lives as well. But you guys can pop out of your dray. You see Frey leaning against the wall surrounding the tower. Calliope will wave at him.
Sir?
I'm walking over. I will. How tall is Calliope again?
About 4. Oh no, she was about 5 feet tall. She's
Okay,
tall
so
for a 10-year-old.
I will get to where like I'm face to face with her.
Okay.
And I will take another mask out from behind my back, and I will say, "Remember how I said that my mask protects me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here is one for you. It is blank, because you are the one that has to design what is on it. So you can paint whatever you like on it, but it will protect you like mine protects me."
Take it. She kind of holds it in front of her. Thank you.
Of course.
Sir.
Muted, honey,
muted.
baby.
Yeah, Mico, what's up?
This building is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
There's also this kind of feeling of being watched while you're here as well. Those of you who've been here many times are kind of used to it at this point, but it is disconcerting for somebody who has first visited here.
It's looking at me.
Yeah, it is. I sort of just write it off as magic stuff. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I also feel like safe. And Sir kind of like looks at Mico, and then like flashes his eyes down to Calliope, then back up to Mico, flashes that. I feel very safe here, though.
It's like, Calliope, here's the thing, there's a, and Mico, oh my gosh, you would love this too. When we were in there was these like pitchers or like cups, I don't quite remember, but like they just kept like making liquid, and so I just like made a huge pyramid of cups full of water for no reason. It was really great.
Do you think that I should let Temperance know that we were told that someone is expecting her, but I'm sure that we need to at least say that we've arrived.
Didn't we give your sending stone to Tempe to the parents? Did we do
Yes,
that?
I believe you did.
Yeah, I think we did, because we
Yeah.
were like, this is how you can confirm that we.
Oh, I didn't mean for that to be a permanent thing. I meant for that to be like, here, you can like talk with. Well, but that's fine. They can keep it.
Are you gonna...
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. All right. Well, the job isn't done until we hand you off. So let's and he slaps his hand on it. Head on inside.
Underneath it glows blue. And she kind of looks at your hand and then back up at you with like astonishment.
He kind of like rubs the front of his plate and he's like, yeah. My hand.
Because an arcane magic user has placed their hand on the wall, the gate will unlock. And you can head into the grounds. Are you going to wait here for somebody to fetch you, or are you going to go to the tower itself?
I feel like maybe the tower might be a little bit much for her right now with how it works. So I'll wait. We'll wait on the grounds.
Okay.
And see if someone makes themselves known to us.
In fact, they do. A door appears on the edge of the tower. It's like you blink one moment it's there, and the next, or one moment it's gone, and the next it's there. And from it emerges Vajra.
Staff. That's the black staff.
She has very, very dark skin. She has a staff that looks like it has the head of kind of a rudimentary eagle carved at the top of it. She's wearing black leather pants with black leather boots that go up to her knees. What looks to be kind of a tunic that she's got belted so around her waist, and then a jacket over. Her very, very long, or very, very curly hair has actually been, rather than curls, she has it kind of styled more like an afro now. But she emerges and walks over to you guys. Welcome back to Waterdeep, she says.
Thank you.
And here is this, she says. She looks down at Calliope, who has suddenly turned very shy.
Aww.
Come on. You know your name, don't you?
I'm Calliope, she says. And we've been expecting you. I trust she was delivered. She's delivered safe and sound. I trust the journey wasn't too bad.
Nothing we couldn't handle.
Good. Well, you'll be coming with me and we'll be getting you settled in, okay? And Calliope nods.
We have 2 orders of business. For
You're breaking up, BB.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay. I say I have 2 orders of business before you go, Calliope. First, may I please have my earring back?
Yeah, and she'll take it out and she'll hand it back to you.
Is Bramble here? I mind blinking. I'm like, are you here?
Him flying.
He was coming from like the north ward or like the sea ward, because that's where
He's
the
tiny.
He's teeny.
he's fast. He flies like 40 feet around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in the grounds, there are a couple of little garden areas with seating places for people to sit and like read or do homework or anything like that. And there are a couple of like flower bushes. And he says, "Yeah, look over here."
I look over there.
In like a flower, you see him waving.
I point to Calliope and I say, "Go look in that bush.
Look in a bush.
There's a friend there."
She's got this very confused look on her face, and she kind of looks to everyone else for confirmation. And Vajra will wait patiently as she goes over. And when she goes over, Bramble will kind of burst up from it and boop her on the nose. And she kind of jumps. And she looks back at you and then back.
So immediately he's like,
I run over and then I like hold Bramble up to my face.
He
Like in a little
he'll,
hug.
like, with his teeny arms spread wide, he'll like hug up against your face.
This is Bramble, and he's proof to you that fairies are in fact real, because when we first met, you said that they weren't, and I just want you to know you were wrong.
It's real? That they're real.
Yes, this is how I can
Just
cast
want you to
magic.
know.
And
I'm right,
Bramble
you're
kind of
wrong.
gives her a
Shut up.
flourished bow. I thought they were. I didn't know they were real. I thought they were fake.
No, they're real. Not everything that you can see, like sometimes there are, just because you can't see something or hear it doesn't mean that it's not real. But Bramble can come and visit you to make sure that you're okay if I'm ever like, like fighting like a ghost wind with a giant ape in it or something, cuz like he'll just come in and say hi and make sure you're all right.
Okay. She still looks a little shell shocked at the appearance of something she did not believe to be real.
I put Bramble like behind my hair and they go back to the others.
Vajra will reach out a gloved hand to take Calliope's. Who will take it? And Vajra says, we're gonna go get you settled in now, and we're gonna give you a tour of the tower, and maybe get you something to eat. Have you had lunch yet? And she shakes her head no. Perfect. There is a feast being prepared that I think you might quite enjoy. And Vajra will say thank you, and she will take Calliope's hand to begin to lead her to the Blackstaff Tower. And Calliope looks over her shoulder and gives you guys kind of a wave. And then the two of them disappear through the door.
Before she walks through the door, I mind Link and tell her, "You got this."
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, we're not going to be killed by Rosa.
Although she is sending us a bar manager who's going to be an agent, right?
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Out of
Why did
character, I
she's
forgot about
sending-
that.
I actually, low-key, I thought that was going to be, I thought that was Mico. Is it not you?
I was supposed to be an agent?
Apparently not.
I thought that you were going to be working for us at the tavern.
Nobody told me that.
Okay,
You
no,
want to-
okay.
I mean, do you want to work at the tavern?
Am I gonna get paid?
We have a room for you and we can give you money, yes.
How much? I learned from last time.
We have to check the
You can
books. I
help
don't know
us.
how much we
Hold on,
pay
hold
our
on, hold on.
people.
Hold on. Mico, look in your left pocket.
What did you do?
Pulls out the pouch.
50 gold in it.
When did this get in here?
Magic.
Squints.
There is always, whenever Tallice says stuff like this, he's always like, I know about magic, but not enough to necessarily say that that's not true.
Yep. Like, can't exactly argue with that argument.
I don't know what Tallice does.
I
No one
have my
does.
doubts, but you seem to be quite powerful, so I will believe you for now.
Gods bow in fear to me.
I doubt
mean,
that.
It would feel on it because we were talking to Frey off and on about possibly getting an extra cook because we have a big catering thing going on.
Right.
I don't know necessarily what skills you might bring to a tavern setting, but it would feel awkward to just sort of hire him right in front of you. And you're in a new city and you don't have a place to stay, so
I actually wanted to talk to you all about that. I'm not really the type of person that has like a conventional job, like, day-to-day type thing, but if you need someone for like special occasions, an extra cook, that would be totally doable.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have like a regular cook.
Yeah, we have a
I think
regular
it's more
cook.
just like when we're working, like there are some nights where we're not getting blown up by fireballs and like mechanical people and ghost fog and manticores, and when that's not happening, then sometimes we work at the bar because, like, you know, I'm a great bartender. Nova like reads the cards for people, serve just he flexes his pecs and people get scared. So like everyone
He's the bouncer.
But Tallice actually brings up a good point. You bring up a good point. Waterdeep is a great city.
Oh
it
yeah.
Also,
But
can be a dangerous city.
Yeah, we go to
And-
Rit.
we didn't need to
tell
explain that part. The point
that was
is,
just like, oh, don't remind me. I broke
the
the
point
law.
is, we're all, we're capable of keeping ourselves safe. And I mostly run sort of security at the bar, but I'm not always there. And both of you really showed some impressive stuff when things got bad on the ship. So it's not a bad thing to have more powerful friends in the city. And that goes to you and back to us.
I mean, it definitely sounds like a really nice hangout spot that I would love to see.
Yeah, like if you thought that hotboxing our portable hole was fun, just wait till you get to the second floor of the bar. It's really great.
Do we want to go now? Or do you all have other plans?
There's
We should
something.
go. We should go
What?
see Raynar too. We should invite Raynar to the bar. I miss him.
We should, and we also might have a pickup. So, I've got something that I want to talk to Temperance, and maybe I don't know if I'd be able to talk to Vajra, but that can wait for another day. Would you like to see the bar?
I would love to. Mico?
Sure.
Mungie?
God!
I knew he was there. You guys forgot, but I didn't.
I remember! None of you did!
Of course, I want
He's
to
just
see
so
the-
polite.
He's now the meme of this campaign. I can't.
Damn it!
Of
I
course,
love
I
you.
want to see the bar. I want to see what you've accomplished.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my God, guys!
Broke
let's go
myself.
back to the- Let's go back to the three.
Oh,
of
the three of cups!
cups.
Let's go home.
This makes me want to go dig up the Sims. What is it? The Sims rebuild that Kristy did. of
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole-
Oh, I should open that. Yeah.
We get on a dray and we say, "Dray driver, take us to the Three of Cups on Troll Skull Alley."
And they know exactly where to go.
And I only have gold. Does anyone have copper?
Good question.
Or
I have
silver?
copper. I have
give him a
copper.
silver. I give him a silver.
There we go. That works.
Would you guys like to describe what they see as they come up upon the Three of Cups?
Oh boy, would I?
OMG. It
Start
has
with the
like
outside Tallice. Yeah.
yeah, so like the outside is like you can see that there's like is it 4 stories or 3 stories? It's one of those.
It's
And there's
3
like
stories, and then there's
And then there's the
bit at
little
top of
thing
the
at the
tower.
top.
yeah. And then there's like I think like
Or
based on
or
some of the
2 stories
pictures
in a
that I
basement.
have, the architecture of it, it's like that kind of I think it's like German where it's like the plaster but then it has like the dark like wooden beams in it. And I don't
Mhm.
remember what that's called. And it looks like that. And we have like probably like a little gate around it, like a little decorative gate, and then there's like a small yard out to the side with some bushes and a nice tree. And it's really cute and cool, and there's a little sign at the front that has a symbol of like it's like stylized like a cup on top of 2 other cups. Does it say 3 of Cups or is it just the symbol? I don't remember.
I always imagined that it said the name and then it had the symbol next to it. Yeah. And then there's your
Cool.
trees, your tree
Yeah, that's my.
outside.
I pointed out to Mico and I say, that's my special tree. That's where I met Bramble fighting with a squirrel.
Why a squirrel?
Because the squirrels that live in this tree are assholes.
Well, what were they fighting about?
They were
That's
trying
not-
to steal my pastries.
Yeah, they were
Says
trying
the
to
tiny
steal his
voice from
pastries.
behind Tallice's ear.
And if we go to the main room, which if Nova will allow me, I'll explain this one, and then she can take the upstairs. As Dylan always imagined it, because I don't think we've ever actually like we've had our maps and stuff, but I always imagine you come in, it's a night, we've got a nice open space, we've always have banners and stuff hanging, little streamers and stuff, so it's very colorful. There is a L-shaped bar on one side right when you come in, with the short end sort of facing us and then going long ways into the room. I've always imagined that it actually had little posts, just because I think that it's nice, because I said that I did a lot of wood carving. On the long end, there is a carved little wooden relief that features more of the tarot card designs, and it's just sort of nice and centered across the front of the bar with everything stocked behind it. On your right is sort of like behind the bars where you can find the little like stairway down into the basement. We've got booths on the left, and then in the far back left corner there's a little corner stage, which is where we have our performances and singers and bards play, and then a couple of round tables sort of in the more open space past the bar, with the private booths for those clientele against one wall. And then going all the way on that far wall is one of those, it's sort of like a back and forth staircase because there's a little landing, and that's going to lead up to the second floor. And there's probably lavatories, but I don't know if we have a lavatory down here. I think they're upstairs. This is the main floor. You can we've got a game shelf somewhere, you can play cards, you can enjoy drinks, food, and entertainment. Sort of standard bar fare, though we like to sort of keep it one end fancy and one end fun.
Well, it looks really nice. It's actually not too far away from my home. Just kind of like looking at it and taking everything in.
Very far away from mine.
Your bartender comes out from the pantry. Because if you remember, your pantry is like the walkway between your kitchen and the bar. Yeah, Henry. And he kind of stops. And hi. Wow, he was right.
Who was right?
There's someone waiting for you upstairs. He said that that you guys were getting back today. I didn't know when you guys. I honestly thought you were supposed to be back. What was yesterday?
There was a little bit of
storm.
Yeah, we were in a whirlpool and a giant ape came out of the sky and attacked us.
You guys always have the most fantastical stories. But yeah, there was somebody who came in, said that you guys were gonna be back soon, and that he would just wait for you to return.
Wasn't rainy, was it?
I've never seen this man before.
Okay.
Leans in and whispers.
Is it? I think it's the agent you guys were talking about earlier.
Our bar manager, yes, the one we've hired.
And great, Mico. This is according to my notes, Gregory de Grey, who is the main head bartender here, and does excellent work, if I say so myself.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Me too.
And let's see. Well, no one else is in right now, right, Gregory? Just
No,
you
it's just
right
me.
now? All right. Well, we'll introduce you to the other staff members as they come in. We're a late night establishment, so pretty much dinner onwards, we operate.
Yeah, there was an alcohol order that was supposed to be coming in around noon or 1, so I just came in early to
Awesome.
greet it. Yeah.
Did we get more Elverquest?
Yes.
Nice.
Wonderful. All right, Nova, would you like to show them upstairs, and we can also see about this person that's waiting for us?
Sure, let's go upstairs.
Okay. So you head
D&D
upstairs.
thing of
Yeah, the walking upstairs. Nova, would you like to describe what your hookah lounge looks like?
God, I don't even really remember. So when we first get up to the stairs, we're immediately in like a closed off hallway with like really bougie lounging chairs that are on either side of a really large like sliding door. And when you go into the sliding door, that opens up into the Kava bar / hookah lounge. And it's a bunch of like bean bags and everything's on the floor. It's very like Asian inspired, and there's like long drapes of like purple fabric and silks all around the ceiling and around the windows. And then on the other side you see the entire left side of the room is all like open glass, like glass windows and a glass door, and you can see it leads out to one of the balconies. And if you turn to your left, you see like a circular room that's covered with like beads and fabrics, and it looks like a tent shape. You can't see into it, but Nova gestures that there's another balcony on the other side that leads to my room, but that's closed off to private, so please don't go in there. This is where I do my dream walking and dream reading and tarot reading, and there's lots of hookah and herbs for you to enjoy and chill. And it's very purple. Purple tea sets, purple everything. Purple pillows.
Purple's an alright color.
I quite like purple. Purple is very fun.
It's the best color. Just saying. And if you were to go
Mooney is-
outside, there's also like a lot of like flowers and like flower beds hanging off the balcony as well.
Moogie is rather taken with everything. He's looking it over, and he keeps like looking back at Nova with this like this is yours kind of look on his face.
We took a long time designing each of our respective areas, and this was mine.
We've got all bedrooms.
And that's the wall where
Tallice-
we like to put the portable hold.
That is the hotbox hole wall.
Yeah, that's the
That's
wall
why there's
for the portable
that's why
hole.
there's
No.
no paintings or anything.
No
on it. Everyone
decorations.
always
There's
asks
just a
about it.
solid.
But there is a circle where like the dust is like less thick.
It's like sun stained.
6 feet in diameter.
I feel like there's like probably like slight like, you know how if you burn a candle near a wall you'll get like a little black smudge?
Yeah.
Up at the top of it there's probably like a little bit of a grayish black
like-
like smudge in a ring.
Yeah. On the opposite end is our bedrooms. There's Tallice and I are across from each other. There's Tallice has access to we have the little tower that you saw from outside, and we have a spare guest bedroom / study straight ahead down that way. And that is minus the wine cellar, which it's a cellar where we keep wine. That's the 3 of Cups.
You see her?
Yes. Little low.
I literally went to do this as if it was gonna happen on your screen to
A little angel, a loaf of like angel. food
Loaf of
cake.
angel bread.
That sliding door slides open. You didn't immediately see anybody when you came upstairs. The sliding door slides open. Sitting there is a man. I will send a picture of said man in a second, but oh, where's my page for him?
Frey and Mico about to be like, why'd this man just hand you a bar of adamantine ore and then leave?
Note to self: boot up Sims tonight and get screen caps of our actual plays.
His outfit is made up of different shades of like very deep jewel tones, like blues and purples, and a lot of gold. He has a cape on that kind of buttons up in front of his chest and goes back over his shoulders. It's purple cape. His skin is kind of this like deep grayish purple, He has pointed ears. At his hip, there is a rapier with a very elaborate. Oh god, I can't remember what the guard is called.
Pummel.
Yeah, pummel of the rapier, as well as a dagger that is tucked into his boot. His steps kind of clink because there are actually what appear to be solid gold spurs on his boots. And on top of his head, he has a bright, or like a very, not bright, but very like rich, jewel-toned hat from which a white feather is sticking out.
Okay.
You remind me of somebody that I know.
It is him.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, is this fucking Charlaxle?
Wait, okay, hold on. Did I just have a stroke? Wait,
It is him.
I literally... Okay. Alright, I thought you were talking about somebody who looked exactly like Jarlaxle, but it wasn't.
Nope.
Retcon that.
Oh God, it's Jarlaxle. JB never caught standing.
JB
in
never
a-
caught.
He is bald and he has an eye patch over one eye.
God, he's so hot out of character. God, I love him. Oh,
And he's
Oh,
holding a bar
hi.
of adamantine.
What?
Hello.
How's it going?
Hi,
hi.
welcome home.
Thanks, you know,
Nice.
missed you so much.
Nice home, by the way. Very nice home. And he takes the eye patch and he switches it over to the other eye.
This fuck.
You little shit.
This fuck.
And he takes the bar of adamantine and kind of turns it over in his hand. I believe this is for you.
Thanks, I go to take it from him.
I'll give it to you.
I'm just getting lots of stuff all the time.
So,
Payment for a job well done.
yeah.
I don't believe we've formally been introduced. He holds his hand out to Sir.
So, this is what I go by.
And you? He looks at the other two.
I'm Frey. It's nice to meet you.
Mico.
This is very interesting. I was not expecting this at all.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I catch your name?
No.
You didn't throw it. Understand. Okay.
Well, this is so weird. Would you like a nice like drink, something for the road for the delivery as a thanks? I mean, we're closed, but we can still give you one in the house.
You're kicking me out.
No, you're not kicking you out, but I'm just like, you know, you've been like, he came from like the balcony outside?
That
Is that what
sliding
you-
door. Yep.
I mean, you've been like standing outside. Like, do you want to like sit?
I could set up the hookah lounge.
That's up to you. I just wanted to formally introduce myself to your friends.
Well, yeah, this is my friend. And friend, these are my friends.
Nice to meet you, friend.
It's nice to meet you.
Is anyone else getting like a vibe?
You
Is
can
that
call
all-
me JB if you want.
JB. Alright.
No, I don't know these two. I know Nova, and I know Sir. I don't know these two.
I'm getting a
Oh, yeah.
vibe. I'm gonna be honest.
We found
What
some
sort of vibe?
It's like a awkward sort of vibe. It's kind of like you're having this like conversation, but it's not happening. You're just kind of looking at each other.
It's because we don't have drinks in our hand. I would like to reiterate what Tallice said. Would you like to have a drink? It is a
I
bar.
would love a drink.
All right, then why don't we take this all back down to the bar?
Sure. Let's go down.
I'll go down there and
Okay.
I'll get that Requisite ready. God, talking to your boss in like a casual capacity is so weird.
Chel's behind.
This
How-
is also I forget. Has Nova talked to him since
Nova went
leaving?
to Nova
You met
went
with
to
him.
him. Nova met with him as Zardoz when she was like, I'm leaving because she knew that serial killer was like associated with
Yeah.
the carnival.
And she didn't really. She didn't fuck with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she knows about Jorlaxel because I think Tallice told her.
Oh yeah, I told you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's get some ElverQuest. Of course, Frey, Mico, if you would also like to partake in some of our stock on the house. Honestly, I feel like we mostly give ElverQuest on the house to impress people.
Yeah, we spend
it's
the most
bad
on
business.
Requisite.
Bad
Yeah.
business practice, but hey, if it works, it keeps people around.
Oh god, what was the
So-
magic word?
It's essentially light and elvish.
I tell them to say that word into the cup. And then it turns into wine.
Elora.
Close enough.
Lumos Maximus.
You do in the drink. There, it kind of sparkles.
Go for it.
There we go.
Well,
How long have you been a contact in Baldur's Gate?
How long have I what?
Been a contact
For who?
in Baldur's Gate? How else did you get the adamantine?
Someone dropped it off here earlier.
What time?
Early in the morning.
You've been waiting all morning?
I've been here for maybe half hour or so.
Oh, okay.
I knew when you guys were getting back, so.
our Laxel is much too busy. Oh, hold on, retcon that. Victoria would know better. Tallice would know better. Victoria's just really nervous.
That's okay.
JB is like very busy and much too important to be working as a courier for Albert's Adamantine Emporium. You know, like that's where we went to order this bar. So, you know, he's too busy to be doing that. I'm sure somebody else dropped it off and he was just keeping it safe for us.
Well, thank you for that.
So you just wanted to see us?
Well, I did just want to come and say hello.
Did you know that there's a party happening in like a little while?
I did know there was a party happening.
yeah.
I've been invited to it.
I told you that, yeah.
I love
Are you
the
going-
spares.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. This entire thing just... I love the confidence of it all.
Thank you.
And I want to dress flashy. He's like in his like armor. With
I
his
wanna
diadem.
do
He's like,
that.
He's like, I want to dress.
I'd say you look quite handsome. What you're wearing now, even.
He's not wrong.
When did it become compliment Sir Hour? Just stop. Firstly, Aura now.
What, you want
Jeez.
spurs, Ace?
It's just they jingle when he walks. It's kind of nice.
Nice
They
little...
serve a purpose.
You were talking about the party. He drinks his wine.
I was invited to this party. I came here to discuss something else, actually, but I was not expecting two newcomers to be here.
3 newcomers, by the way.
3 newcomers!
He is here.
Three newcomers? Why? I don't know why this keeps happening.
We're just
Because you are
struggling.
focusing on being one NPC. And
Yeah,
the
you're
other
valid.
people
You're
not
valid.
playing
It's
for.
fine. It's fine. He's shadowing. He's here.
Look, why don't I just like hold up a sign that says
Moongi.
Moongi?
Moongi's here.
Yep.
Can I just mutter in Undercommon, because I know that now, because of my level whatever feat thing that I took. Do you want them to like leave or?
Frey looks over at Tallice.
Neither with us. Oh no!
Is there a better time for me to return? Or is now a good time?
Is that in common? Or undercommon?
It's in common.
Okay. Now it's fine.
I get
He
the
looks
sense
over to
that,
Frey and
maybe Mico and I and Moongi should take our drinks downstairs.
Yeah. I'm not feeling.
I mean, he's just being a friend and talking about friendly things. You're all friends.
Wait,
Right.
out of character. Are we downstairs or upstairs right now?
Thought we were in the
We
thing.
well, no, Sir said let's take this down to the bar to get our drinks.
Oh,
Right.
So we're at the bar.
sorry. Should we
Yo,
go
it's
upstairs?
a night, you guys. It's a night.
Sir wants to know if Jarlaxle will say what Jarlaxle wants to say in front of them. So that's so Sir's kind of like we're just having a conversation. You are all guests.
I have learned that perhaps you might be keeping something safe for me.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
I mean that there might be something in your possession that you are keeping safe
Oh
for
no.
me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What do we... Is he talking about...
He's talking about the stone.
Is he talking
He's
about
talking about the
lore?
stone.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm like, wait, did we do something that we forgot about? Because that happens a lot. We forgot to pick up our
Hold on,
money.
what do I got? What do I got? Oh my god. Wait, don't we have the wooden one? Don't we have the fake? Didn't Sir carve the fake?
It wasn't that good.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sir,
My heart
Sir,
is racing.
well, I'm just going to try and play into Sir's stupidity and say I'm really sorry, JB. We just got back in the city. We've got a lot of like spinning plates. Can you be a little bit more specific? I'm
Stone
so
of
sorry.
globe.
I'm really forgetful.
What?
What did he say?
Ooh.
Galore.
He said the Stone of Galore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
By any chance, will I?
Roll me a history check. There's gonna be a really high DC on that one.
Probably don't even know if it's history. I'll just
You
say
can
I
try
don't
if you
know.
want. Okay.
No, I'll just say I don't know.
Hit that vibe again.
Keeps getting in like an awkward silence.
Sir, I mean, there's no way to subtly talk to you guys without knowing that subtle talk is happening. So he's really just trying to look at Tallice and Nova and be like, we've got one person who knows and two people that don't. Is it?
Yeah, because we can't do our earrings or else he'll know. I mean, like, we've heard about the Stone of Galore, but when we went to go try to find it, there was this lady named Sephia, and she's like a devil worshiper. And then there was this other, like, old guy. What was his name? Oh my god, I don't remember the old guy's name. And they, like, it was something like that, but they had these, like, little flying purple creatures that, like, flew away with it, and we couldn't catch them in time because Sir got frozen and then fell off a roof. That's how we got our writs.
She was respectfully kind of a bitch.
That's putting it mildly.
Roll a deception check.
Oh god. Oh,
If I show the scar when she mentions me getting attacked by her, can that help her out here to
Yeah,
kind
sure.
of corroborate the story? Yeah, so he'll be like, yeah, she gave me this real pretty thing. He'll show you guys too.
Oh wow, that's quite the scar.
And then she came here to gloat about it too.
Sometimes you need to be able to gloat about your problems or about your successes.
Yeah, well, she really wanted to rub in that success.
Okay, that was pretty high. So
Nova is
24.
subtly pulling
20
cards.
24.
yeah, I rolled a 16 and I have a +8 because I have expertise.
And you rolled advantage from Sir helping?
The first roll was a 6, so I'm really glad that I had
Okay.
advantage.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that
I
goes.
would have had to beg you for your recap inspo.
He's holding his glass of wine. And he's looking at you, Tallice. And he just kind of smiles. Sounds like it might have been a harrowing encounter for you then. And he kind of takes a sip of it.
It was almost as bad as the, like, fiendish giant ape that fell out of, like, the sky while we were trying to sail over a whirlpool in a lightning storm.
Smash that.
We're trying to figure out whether this Sephia person may be showing up to this party because we have some unresolved business about it. So
He's still looking at Tallice with that smile. Well, he takes his eye patch and puts it back over the other eye.
That was the fucking, like, find the magic items and all the liars eyeball that he had.
Why do you wear that if you can see out of both eyes?
I can't.
Okay.
I wave my hand in front of his face. He has no idea what's going on right now.
He looks at you.
I smile.
What's going on? I have to take a cough.
He's lying straight to our face about
Yep.
why
Yeah,
he wears an eye
he
patch.
definitely knows that we have it, and he definitely, like, just did some weird magic stuff with his eyeballs.
Okay.
Is there something else that we can help you with, though, JD?
No. And he kind of throws back the wine, finishes drinking all of it in kind of one big gulp, wipes the back of his mouth with the back of his glove. It appears that I might have been mistaken. He's looking at Tallice still, and he stands. I appreciate the drink.
Of course, and, you know, we're hoping to set up some, like, games and stuff at the party, and I know you really like to play games, Darlaxel, so you should definitely play, but keep in mind
Just as
that-
much as you like to play games.
Well, yes, of course, I'm the best one at the whole carnival at all of our games, so...
Indeed you are.
I heard that there's a pirate theme. So the eye patch thing would go over quite well.
What eye patch?
I think that you would really
Moves it
enjoy
to the other eye.
I really think that you would enjoy the pirate theme.
Well, seeing as I'm probably going to be seeing you a lot sooner than this party, Tallice, perhaps we can discuss it.
Alright. Good to see ya.
He stands, and he kind of adjusts his hat, and he kind of looks at Sir, and he goes, "The scar looks very good on you." And he will exit the room and go out onto the street.
Oh my god, I have Bramble follow him out there invisibly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that these two are going to immediately be like make some sort of comment, so Sir is going to hold a finger up and just say, "Just finish your wine, please." Okay.
Moongi will just take a sip of the Overquist.
Right.
Just If I've been honest with you two before, trust me now. Drink your wine. Please.
I grab Sir's arm and Nova's arm really tight, and I go and I switch and I take over. I do a takeover of Bramble while he's invisible, and I want to see what Jarlaxle's doing and where he's going and what's happening.
Okay. He exits the bar and kind of pulls his hat down a little bit so it's like blocking his face a little. And he begins to walk down the street. He dips into an alleyway as he's going, and dipping into the alleyway, he disguises himself. And he looks like the JB Nevercop that you guys actually met. And at the end of the alleyway, another individual meets up with him, and they begin walking shoulder to shoulder down the other street.
And they're not saying anything?
No.
They're doing some Nova stuff right now. They're doing some Nova stuff.
You know him at least well enough to know that they're talking. They're probably talking. They're just not talking out loud.
And are they, like, going away from the bar?
They appear to be walking west towards the seaward.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell Bramble to just, like, keep an eye on them for a little while, and let me know if they do anything, like, weird, like, start heading back to the bar or anything. And then I'm gonna pop back in.
Okay.
With my friends and say,
Yeah. How bad is it?
he definitely knows. Like, I'm, like, pretty sure he knows.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the cards agree with that.
Question. Is this the danger that you guys were talking about? Did we get caught in some, like, rich people power play type situation?
This is a little different, but also the same. It's a little different, though. This one's, like... this is different.
So it wasn't just me that...
Muted, honey.
It wasn't just me that sensed some veiled threats in his speech.
Everything that he says means like 12 different things depending
Yeah.
on what you know, who you know, and what time of day it is.
Before we say anything else, can someone check to see if there's any magic going on here in the tavern?
Anybody ever detect magic?
I think that's a 3rd level. I don't think I can.
Tech magic's first level.
Is it?
Yeah, detectives first, yeah.
Oh! It is.
You got it?
Yes. I thought it was 3rd level for some reason.
Soulstone. The only person here is Gregory. And then we have possibly a missing delivery person.
Okay, so we've slept. Okay. So I don't have to do it as a ritual. I can just do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Is it Dispel Magic that's 3rd?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
I just want to see if we're bugged.
Yeah, for being wild.
I will cast Detect Magic, not Ritual. I'll just cast it.
Other than your own magic items and the magic from, for example, the wine you're drinking, there's nothing.
Seems like the coast is clear.
I think...
But I'll keep it up for the 10 minutes just in case.
He will look at the girls. And he will say... We knew what we were going into when we came back to Waterdeep. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be this quick. You two. I think these 3 gentlemen might require an explanation now.
Yeah, probably.
In which case, might I invite you back into our portable hole?
will
Upstairs we
collect
go.
information.
Be happy to go into your hole, sir. Says Monkey, with a smile on his face. 'Cause
Sir
my
finishes
giggles
the
like a
rest of it-
12-year-old.
Sir,
my
Sir
giggles like
finishes. Sir finishes the rest of his ElverQuest, and he goes, "Is this? Was there something in Frey's food over the last few days? Why is everyone just making these comments at me?"
I turn to Moogie and say, "You took the words right out of my mouth, actually."
Right? I was literally about to say.
It's very easy.
Oh, is it?
No, I'm just saying that's why we're always making these comments. It's very easy to make these comments.
All of you upstairs now, please.
Go
He's probably giggling like into Nova's shoulder as they're going upstairs.
Before I get
I
angry.
love to go into your hole.
It's a great place to take a break.
All right,
Both Nova and Kristy are 12 years old.
let's take that break.
Okay, we'll be right
We-
back, fam.
Back in 5 to 10 minutes or so.
BRB.
Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced, everyone. We have watered ourselves. We've gotten snacks. Is there anything anybody wanted to throw out there before we get back into it?
Pee pee poo poo.
Beep, beep, beep.
Power plays.
That's what PP stands for. Power plays.
Okay.
PP just stands for puppy.
Day is yours to do with what you will.
Sir will go upstairs and he will put the portable hole on the side of the wall by the hookah lounge. We've got about 10 minutes, so we're gonna make this kind of quick and brief before we all start suffocating. If you need to, though, just take your head out.
Stick your
and
head
get a
out.
big
It's
breath.
fine. Yeah.
All right.
Thank God, you're so agreeable. This is gonna make this a little bit easier.
I mean, I was going to start asking if there was anything else that you guys were hiding while I was here, since you offered me a job, and the last time I kind of just took a job from one of you guys, I also had to deal with an ape summoning child, which was fun, but
We didn't know that was going to happen.
Although to be fair, it's kind of on our track record. Like I wasn't really surprised.
yeah, so makes things easier. And he just kind of like flips his umbrella around in his fingers and walks in the hole.
So for me, it starts in a cart. Time lapse. So then we went to the tomb.
So, why don't we do this? Is there anything that Graf or Derek need clarification on? Or anything that's happened that
Me.
you need recounted, or are you caught up?
Gist of the story is basically they have a stone that this individual wants, and they're lying about it. Is the gist of the story.
Of the most.
A lot of
Yeah, I
people
mean,
want
that's-
this stone.
They're
lot.
telling you everything. That's why
Oh.
I'm asking.
There's
We're-
not only
yeah.
is there this guy wants the stone, but the Xanathar guild wants it. The Zentarim that belong to Manchun want it. Some like devil cultists want it. Liara wants it.
Sir will basically describe it like if there is anything remotely like rugby or something in D&D, he'll be like, imagine like 2 rugby fields crisscrossed on each other and all 4 teams want the ball and just us 3 are in the middle holding it.
I think I
Also,
understand.
like it's like we are like really scrawny and all of these beefy rugby players. Like
Like our house,
And-
house got bombed because of it.
The street, yeah. And a lot of people have been hit for this, not because of us, but we sort of just stumbled upon it. And I know you're probably going to ask, well, why do you bother? Why not just hand it to JB? Why not just let them take it?
because we love
you
to
don't want
win.
to.
Spite.
We love to spite and winning.
At this
Um,
point,
Tired of people
blame
telling
it
us what we
what,
can and can't
though?
do.
Okay, I can understand that.
we didn't want it to be personal. We didn't want any part of this. And then they
Eventually,
made it
like-
personal.
Yeah, like enough people tell you that you're powerless and then have no problem like blowing people up outside of your house and like literally like taking lives for the sake of the stone, that you kind of eventually just like snap and you lose it and you're like, this is mine
is-
now.
Wait, going back, I mean, how long have you guys managed to keep on to this rock?
Oh god, it's been like I feel like it's been like at least a month
Mhm.
in D&D time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we've been. I'm wondering how he found out.
I mean, I don't know, but going back to your, I don't know what the word analogy, whatever, who cares? Going back to what you said
No.
earlier about the, I don't care. Going back to what you said earlier about the rugby field. If you guys have managed to keep onto it that long, I'd say it's less these scrawny people in the center of the field, and more like they're sending leagues of people to fight this real big, giant, hulking person who just keeps batting them away every single time they get close.
I'll take that.
That feels
I mean,
nice.
I'm sure we all have our agreed upon reason is spite. I'm sure everyone has an individual one. Maybe. I mean, for me, Waterdeep is my city. And Frey, maybe you share this sentiment. It's a big city with a lot of people, and a lot of people, it means something to them. But these groups think that they can just treat this city like their plaything, that they can do whatever they want. And even if it's just for this one little thing, I would like to be able to tell them, no, you can't.
I
So,
can get
yeah,
behind
this-
something like that.
This little thing is the reason that we were in Baldur's Gate.
Because
We wouldn't have met you.
you're getting a key.
Yeah, right. So apparently there's like 3 keys that lead to some sort of like vault, right? And the keys are like not a regular key. They're like special keys. And the first one was a bar of pure adamantium ore.
And
What
what
else?
are the other? Do you know what they are?
Yeah, what are the other keys?
We don't know.
Let me ask and try to find out. I stick my hand in my pocket and I put my pinky on Galore. Hi, Galore. In my head, they say hi. Hey, guess what? Well, first of all, how are you?
I'm doing swimmingly.
All right, that's good. I hope that like when you're in our pocket, if we started to like hotbox in here, that you wouldn't get any like secondhand like vapors from that.
Hotboxing while we told that story.
No, we're not, but we might later.
Okay.
We might later.
So here's the thing. I feel like when we've had some like interactions with the whole group because of like psychic stuff, you've kind of like brushed your consciousness against that of my friend Nova. Because she can like talk to people in their heads. Kind of like
Briefly.
this. I will give you to her a kindred spirit. 2 sides of the same coin if you will tell me what the second key is.
You will get rid of me if you can't get on.
You will be rid of me.
For an unknown amount of dragons, I will stop.
You will be rid of me, and I will not sing songs in our shared mental space incessantly.
You're threatening me with
Little
bursting into the
dragon!
room.
I'm threatening you with this little dragon.
The door was closed and he just came right
You
in.
want it in. How dare you ignore him?
So you're telling me that you're not going to drive me insane in exchange for this key?
Correct. You'll be rid of me unless you want to come back. I mean, I think you'll find that after we're parted, that you'll actually miss me a great deal and want to come
I
back.
don't agree.
Everybody does. Everybody wants me.
I love how immediately it's like, I don't.
I could tell you what the second key is.
Pretty please.
I could. What are you planning on doing with these keys once you have them? What are you planning on doing with the dragons once you have them?
Oh well,
If
I was
you
gonna
get
shove.
them.
I was gonna shove the keys up my ass. Lord, we're gonna open the vault and we're gonna take the gold for ourselves and we're gonna try to make Waterdeep like a better place. And like, I'll probably buy myself a nice new dress. And like, maybe we will build another bar somewhere else, like in Baldur's Gate, and give people nice jobs. And you know what? That's a lot of money. Maybe I'll go and I'll find Erstil Floxen and I'll kick his ass. Because he's a bad man and he
With
caused
money.
people to get hurt. Yeah, I'll buy a magical boot to kick his ass with.
I'll give you the second key, but it comes with a warning.
Right. Everyone always wants to give me those.
She really gonna get it after one day? I love her.
Your possession of the 3 keys, and therefore the dragons that are stored in the vault, will come with the wrath of a desperate man.
Who? Which man? There's so many desperate men all around me, and like, besides from the powerful ones, they're just everywhere every day.
The second key is the scale taken from a bronze dragon.
That was probably like makes that face, like she's probably just been sitting there slightly cross-eyed and like drooling during this, and then she kind of just goes,
Hey.
I take
Everything-
Allura out of my pocket, I give him a kiss, and then I look at Sir and I was like,
Oh, don't do
That-
that.
that wasn't as hard as you made it out to be. Here you go, Nova. I know what the second key is.
Anything. What?
What?
I didn't. First off, I didn't make it out to be anything. I just told you one day that I knew what the key was. I didn't say that it was
It
pro.
took you a very long time to get it.
We were doing other things.
A scale from a bronze dragon.
Oh. That's easy,
That seems a bit. Mhm.
she says sarcastically.
It's fun.
Where are you gonna find a dragon? Says Mungi.
I have no idea where one could be.
Do you think Raynar knows where a dragon might be?
What we're gonna do? We're gonna go up to it and be like, "Oh, please, sir, may I have one of your pretty scales because I need to go open some door full of a bunch of money."
Yeah, why not?
Don't dragons like money if it knows that like it's made of keys to an ancient vault? Isn't it just gonna want the money for itself?
Well, instead of telling it that it's a vault full of money, just be like, oh my god, I think brass dragons are like so cool. It's such an amazing meeting. I want to like keepsake to remember you by. Can I have a scale?
You can also just try and make like a bargain with it.
I don't know anything about dragon.
You don't have to
so-
mention
mean,
anything. Just say you need a
just-
scale.
We didn't go to a mine and get adamantine from a cave. That means we don't necessarily have to go to a dragon and pluck a scale off of it. We might just be able to find one on some... I'm sure that they're valuable. I'm sure someone might be selling. We just don't have any money left.
I have a little bit of money. We need to go to the Temple of Wonders, and we need to go see Sister Simile, and we need to get our money for returning that automaton.
Oh, yeah. Which we
Roll me a
probably...
d20.
Huh?
Roll me a d20.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
You recall the word bronze being used within recent memory.
Little me.
Oh, yep.
Idea.
I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna like open the DM curtain. I knew the second key was gonna be a gift from a bronze dragon scale, and I knew that this one existed. I know you guys all know what's in that ship. I knew that this one existed, and I have been racking my brain trying to figure out how to get you guys to get to
So
this
when
dragon.
I just...
How do you find this dragon? How am I going to give you a hook to this dragon? And Graf just handed it to me on a silver fucking platter.
Graf was the
wasn't
fish
gonna
on
do
the
it.
hook.
He wasn't gonna do it, and I was like,
I didn't want to get in trouble, so I was like...
Brass? You don't say. I think I saw something brass.
yeah, so you were not gonna do it, and Sir was just like, come on, I like the docks, go swimming. That's...
Yeah.
And that's D&D, everybody.
Oh my god.
Full
opening
circle!
the DM curtain there a little bit. I've literally been going, what hook can I give them? I
Full
found it.
circle. I
Close.
love it.
Close the curtain.
Holy moly.
Wow, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Wait.
Wow.
I'm gonna assume that Mico says something here.
Oh, Mico is kind of just like, he's like thinking, because he's not the smartest. So like, even if he rolled like a natural 20 history check, that ends up being like a 19. So he's thinking, and then he was like, Brass. I saw something brass earlier.
You
It was
mentioned
like
that.
moving around in a. It was moving around in a ship that was underneath the water.
I mean-
Dragons fly and are in caves. They don't swim like fish.
Okay, I don't know that much about dragons, but I know that there is more than one kind of dragon, and they do different things.
Well,
You're-
but what if there was like maybe there's like like statues made of scales of the, was it bronze or brass?
Brass.
Bronze.
Bronze.
Bronze. Maybe there's like
Brass.
maybe there's
Bronze.
just treasure. There's just treasure, and there happens to be a scale down there, or
Well,
maybe it's
either way,
literally
we-
nothing.
Either way, we need to get down there.
Yeah.
So I just want to sort of do a quick little wrap up. We tell you about the stone right now. Then Tallice immediately on a whim decides to figure out what the second key is. Then you on a whim possibly know that the second key is in the dam, is off the shore of the docks that I worked at for most of my early memory. Have I gotten all of that correct?
Sounds like
You
it.
work there?
Alright, would Frey like to admit that he's a part of the Castellaneta family suddenly? Or no?
That is not my last name at all.
Okay, wonderful.
What is your
because
last
I
name?
would have punched you.
You know, I actually might have, I would see if there's any information that, my father might know. It's another option.
How about the Castellanders?
No, about, well, I mean, I guess about that too, but I was talking about a bronze dragon.
We're gonna be doing that a lot.
We're gonna be doing that a lot.
Bronze.
Bronze.
He typically knows a lot about the city.
Follow-up question?
Sure.
Does this mean that you two are gonna help us?
I mean, I can get down there pretty easy.
I
Check
could
it
actually
out.
get down there too, pretty easy. I can hold my
you know,
breath for a very long time.
I could go to the alchemist across Fala. I could ask Fala if they have maybe there's like they have like a
Potion.
balm or like a potion that could help us like swim good or like be under the water.
And if that doesn't turn up anything, I'll be going back to the academy at some point, so maybe there's a scroll or something that I can use.
I will be. I mean, I have to do my own studies too to practice things. But on the topic of that, I can pretty easily get down there and just check it out because we don't know if it's maybe treasure or on the off chance that one is down there. I think knowing about them before possibly getting into something too big is a good idea.
That's a really good idea. We, at the very least, we should research about bronze dragons before we even attempt. Like, it's a long shot, but I think it's the best one we have, and I feel like we're all supposed to be here for a reason, and maybe that's why.
You know who knows something about magical creatures? I fumble into our
Do
bag
we have
and
to?
I pull out Volo's Guide to Monsters.
As long it better be in the book. I don't want to talk to him right now.
Has Volo written about dragons?
Let me take a peek.
If he doesn't, that'll honestly be funnier because he will continue to disappoint us.
Yeah. At every turn.
We just show
Poor
up
Volo.
to the yawning portal again and just beat the shit out of him for no reason.
That's a side quest.
Oh wait, that's someone else we can ask. Wasn't Dernan some sort of big adventurer?
He used to be.
Dernan.
Dernan used to be.
Is
So
is
maybe
there a
Dernan
is there
knows
a
something
temple
about
of
dragons.
if there's a temple of Bahamut in this?
There's a-
Ooh,
there is
there
one.
is a temple Bahamut.
Okay, we've got a lot
We
of
got options.
I
We
like
got
this.
options.
I like this.
So, the book specifically, Volo's Guide to Monsters, does not delve into dragons because
Yes.
dragons are not monsters.
Oh,
Oh,
they're dragons.
But again, he fails us yet again.
God,
Damn it, Volo!
Volothamkadan. Okay. Why do
Should
I
we-
remember his full name? I
Is-
don't want to.
Okay, I gotta go on the map and see if the Temple of Wonders and a Temple of Bahamut, or do we know where a Temple of Bahamut is?
I mean,
Why
we're
would
from this city. We can find a temple. If we got Nadrayan to take me to the Temple of Bahamut,
They would know.
then it's their business to take us there.
Yeah.
While everyone's just sort of intermingling and talking, Sir would also bring up, so what do we do about Galore? JB knows. Is he going to come for you?
I mean, isn't he like your boss?
Yeah,
And
Like-
he knows that you just lied to his face about.
probably. Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, based off the cards I pulled after that, I think he knows.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm very good at getting out of places and like hiding and stuff, but I think Nova's the next one that needs to have a chat with Galore about the final key. Nova, I can give you the bag of holding if you want to hide it, but I have a feeling that'll just kind of make Galore slow things down on purpose.
Right.
But if ever anyone comes after us, I'll just make you invisible and you can fly away.
Okay.
Well, I was going. You know me. I try to be the person that makes sure that everyone's safe. I've kind of been anticipating this possibility for a while. So I've been working on sort of a little mental schedule of constantly changing where it is, using the portable hole and the bag of holding. But there was something I wanted to ask, and that was if Bramble would be able to take it away with him when you make him disappear.
Oh, I don't know. Everything
Kinda
is
big
on
for
Bramble
him.
able
him.
to take things?
Yeah, I don't. Usually, he only takes what's his because his stuff is like inherently like fey. I don't
Alright.
think he could take it with him.
That's fine. I practiced
go-
once and it
Oh.
wasn't.
In terms of taking it with you and going away, if I have it on my person, when I turn into a creature, it
Okay.
It goes into you. Where? What part?
Wait, you mean like?
It melts to your
Like-
body, right?
Oh. So not like.
Not like inside.
I could do that too, but
Well, I think
Awkward.
any of us could probably do that. In fact, when I was trying to get Galore to like resonate with me, I just put him in my mouth.
The,
Sorry, Nova, I haven't washed it.
see, because the thing is,
That's so
JB said it himself. He knows us,
Yeah.
but he was, I think, a little bit upset because he doesn't know you. He doesn't know what you can do. So, I think that we develop a system of passing. The reason why we had such a hard time getting it in the first place is because everyone wanted to pass it off to somebody else. So, I think moving between my portable hole, the bag of holding, Mico's body, and possibly a few other places that we think is safe. And in the meantime, I could probably work on a replica, and then what we do is we pass the replica around as well.
I don't
I
know
have
where
a-
my tutorial
I have an-
but I have this one.
Well, here's the thing. In addition to like finding out what the keys are, don't we also need it to tell us where is the vault? Where's the vault?
how do you use the keys?
How do you
If they're-
use the keys? Yeah.
Well, see, you wondered why it took me so long. Galore and I talked about all of those things. There's a very specific order in which Galore apparently wants this to happen. 1 key, then 2 keys, then 3 keys. Then Galore will decide whether or not they want to tell us where the vault is, and they will decide whether or not they want us to be able to use the keys. Of course, Galore also said that these keys don't necessarily have to be keys. It may just be getting these 3 items proves that you're worthy of opening the vault in the first place. It doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a slot for a dragon scale and a slot for an adamantine bar. It's more the purpose of the thing rather than the function.
The journey.
Where are you guys talking?
In the portable hole.
Okay.
Mhm.
I stick my head out and see how Bramble's doing.
So the man that Darlaxel was with, he appears to have begun walking towards the castle ward to Castle Waterdeep.
It was that man, did it happen to be like a familiar disguise to me? Like anybody, who is this man? Oh,
He has a gun.
well, I don't know if we would know because he's disguised. And then did JB
Nova's
just
gonna
start?
get shot again.
Yeah, she's gonna get shot again. Did JB just head towards like the dock ward?
No, towards Castle Waterdeep.
They
Every
both
time.
did. I come back in. They're headed towards Castle Waterdeep.
Okay,
Not
Look.
good.
That's
But what's in? I don't know what happens in there.
let's not focus on what he's trying to do because he's trying to get ahead of us. We've said it before, we're technically the furthest ahead. We've got the little less than 2 weeks before this party, and we know he's going to be there. We need to get as far ahead as we can.
Yeah, we need to get to work.
I was really hoping that we were going to get to relax when we came home, but I think it's going to be right to work.
Yeah. So what are we going to go see Durnan? Are we going to find some Bahamut worshippers? Like,
I think we use all of the resources that we have available and maybe do a quick split up in the city and try and cover all the bases.
I make
yeah,
you nervous?
I mean,
I don't like the idea of letting the stone be like only with like a couple people guarding it instead of the whole group.
well, we either act faster apart for a little bit because we can go multiple places, or we go everywhere together and it's safer, but it takes longer. And if you're trying to do it before this party, saving time would be nice.
They're going to Castle Waterdeep. We can know where they are and what they're doing while we get this information done.
Rambo pops into your head and he says, "So, JB handed the other guy a letter, and the other guy is going into Castle Waterdeep, and JB's walking away
Where's JB going? Like, what direction is he heading?
south."
Keep following him. That's weird. I don't know where he's going.
You
That's
don't want to
weird.
know what the letter says?
You can see the letter?
Oh, I can follow and see what he's doing.
Hold on, let me check. I pop back in. Alright, do we want to know what the letter that... I explained that really quick. Do we want to know what the letter says, or do we want to know, like, what Jarlaxle's doing?
It might be. Well, it might be good to know what.
I would
is
say the
being
letter.
done right now.
Okay, I pop back out. Find out what the letter says! Sorry.
If he gave, to clarify, Jarlaxle gave this unknown man a
Jarlaxle
letter.
gave some other unknown guy that I don't recognize some kind of letter, and
Okay.
that guy's going up to the castle, and
Yeah, I would-
JB is going
yes.
towards, like, just south.
Well,
Okay.
south of Castle Waterdeep leads right back to the dock ward. He's probably just going back to his
Mm.
ship.
Yeah,
He's
I'll keep
told
my
someone
head
what to
out
do
of
and
the
he's going
portable
back.
hole for now, so that I can, like, have a clear connection to Bramble.
Aye.
Let's
I
go.
think-
Let's decide where we're going.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What's the best? I say that the best bet first off would either be Durnan or maybe a library. I don't know necessarily if the Temple of Bahamut necessarily knows a lot about dragons, just a religion around a dragon.
I think, in terms of people, I don't know who this Durnan person is, but I'm sure that he would be interested in wondering why you want to know about dragons?
Let's.
I mean, I
He's
feel
got
like
a-
Durnan's not super curious. Like, does he ever? He's just like always working.
I mean, my hope is that if you just phrase it as, you know, we're up-and-coming adventurers, we want to hear about his stories. But yeah, I
You know
mean, he
what?
seems like an up-and-up kind of guy.
Davil will probably be there, and we can ask Davil if Durnan doesn't know. And Yagra.
Question
Alright.
is, do you want all of us to go with you, or would you like Mico and I to investigate our own things?
That's right, because you could talk to your father.
I could also go with Mico.
Go to the library? Or...
I'm not a good swimmer, but I can at least be there with.
Well, hold on.
Mico could go see if it's a dragon down there.
That's
I
what I
have
was
an
saying. I could
idea.
at least go with Mico.
I have an idea. I can make people invisible, Nova can fly, and Frey is really, really fast. So what if we went together to one of the places, and then Mico can turn into, like, animals and get through the city really quickly, and then, like, sir, I mean, you're just, like, large, and you can just guard Mico. Like you could just follow him. So what if you two went together someplace? So then, if we know where the other person is going, and something goes on, we have different people in those split up groups who can, like, get to the other.
Alright, that's true. Who takes Galore?
Nice. I'm still holding him.
I think if I was going to go to the shipwreck, and on one hand, if something goes wrong, that's bad, but on the other hand, going underwater is kind of, no one's really going to be chasing after it if it's underwater.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
So am I still attuning this? Because I've been sitting here trying to attune to it, so I don't know what I'm doing.
No, attune.
Okay.
Yeah, while we're here,
Well,
if you
'cause-
can,
Shit. I have to stay within range of it, though.
Yeah, you have to keep it, like, on your person, I think.
Then I would go with Mico?
Galore doesn't need to go to a dragon. You're just fast. I say I like Tallice's plan of you three stick together because we have fast people, invisible people, and flying people. If someone came after Galore at that point,
Right.
you can all get away.
Okay.
Mico and I will try and confirm that there's a dragon in the docks. Under the docks. Out from the docks.
not really under it. Yeah, it's out from the docks.
So then it would be you two going to talk to. No, you're going to the docks and we're going to Durnan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see if it is a dragon because if there's just a scale down there,
Be convenient.
then
What time is it?
Oh, you're
I'm
muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
flip it back up and down. Yeah.
Early to late afternoon.
Hmm. I'm trying to decide if it's a good idea to go out right now because the sun is setting.
Well, early afternoon.
Now's the best time to go.
We don't want to
Otherwise, we have
waste
to
the
wait
day.
a whole day.
Let's.
Even a little information is better than none, even if we have to stop for the night.
We were divisive, not divisive. We were decisive in Baldur's Gate. Let's
We have to
stay
be-
decisive now. Let's do this.
Yes.
All right. Yep.
Love it.
Let's go. 3 of Cups.
Put my
Roll
hand
out.
in. Oh, I thought we were gonna.
Oh no, 3 of Cups.
3 of Cups. Come on, Frey. Come on, Frey. 3 of Cups.
Three
I
of
don't know
Cups.
what.
Oh.
Alice. Bramble.
Hi.
So the letter is being delivered to the Open Lord.
Uh huh.
Yeah, Laryl Silverhand's taking it.
Did you see what it's? Oh god. All right. Yeah, try to see what it says when she
Okay,
reads it.
I'll follow her and see if she opens it.
What? I tell that to everybody. Darlaxel's courier with the letter delivered the letter to Laryl Silverhand.
I literally
Lord.
just got here and things are popping off.
We gotta go.
I
We
love
gotta
this
move.
place.
Yeah, we go.
Welcome-
Let's
welcome
just
to the
go.
City of Splendors.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
I stick galore in my bra.
Oh god,
Are
it's
you
never
attuned?
coming
You
out.
attuned to him, right?
I'm unattuning to the Earring of Whisper, and I'll either hand it to Frey or Mico, whoever wants it.
Okay.
I've got one, so I'll be with Mico.
Are you going to be underwater with Mico though? I
No,
guess you wouldn't
give
be
it
able
to
to
Mico.
talk.
Yeah, give it to Mico.
I'll give it to Mico.
Yeah.
Because I can still telepathically, it's just you can't contact me, but I can contact you.
So when the attunement to Galore finishes, you hear a, "Wow, so I'm really passing hands today, aren't I?"
Sorry. We're a little busy
Did
today.
you need something from me?
Not at the moment. You can just take a rest. We're trying to figure
Thank you
things
for
out.
the permission.
Oh, just
I'm sorry. I put her back in my boobs. Enjoy. Just cat pat.
that's the pocket dimension from which he shall never be discovered.
Okay, so Sir and Mico are going to the docks. Tallice and who?
And
The rest of us.
Nova
Yeah.
and Frey.
Frey are going to
Yawning portal.
Yawning Portal.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we?
What
Oh my
about
god.
Moongi?
Yeah, we. Okay,
And
can
Moongi.
we write?
I
should
was
we
I was
take him with
gonna.
us?
He will go with you if you ask, but he
Well,
will
should we,
say,
like-
I don't know how helpful it will be, but I do have a lot of connections with like nobility and guilds
Well,
here.
because we could also tell Moongi we could write Moongi a quick letter and go to Raynar and have him tell Raynar like what's going on,
You can do that.
and he and Raynar could I don't know.
The two of them
I
are
don't
smart.
know.
They can figure it out. I trust the two of them.
Yeah, do you know where Reynold Neverember's estate is?
Mhm.
Alright. He's our man. Just tell him that you know about the breadstick and you're here to help.
Okay,
Okay.
I can do that.
He'll know what you mean. That
He will give
beautiful
Nova a
red
hug.
head I'm missing.
I
so
kiss him on the
Goodbye.
cheek. Be careful.
He will kiss you on the top of the head.
Mika, let's go. Ow, I hit my freaking leg on my desk.
I'm smaller now.
So,
To Tallice, Bramble says, "She's opening it.
what does it say? Read it.
I'm trying to get over her shoulder without her hearing my wings."
Ah.
So there's a pause, and then he begins to read it out loud. To her ageless majesty, Laryl Silverhand, the Witch Queen of Storminter, Lady of the North, she of the Seven Sisters, chosen of Mystra and Open Lord of Waterdeep. Your spies are to be commended. Rest assured, my presence in your fair city is purely recreational, though if fortune smiles upon me, this visit could benefit us both. Your predecessor left the City of Splendors in a starry state, but you have done wonders to lift the spirit of the citizenry during your short time in office. I know how politics offends you, so forgive me for taking this opportunity to point out the obvious. We can make both our cities stronger and strike back at he who robbed Waterdavians of their wealth and dignity. I'm speaking, of course, of that dirty sack of rats, Daggolt Neverember. That's the phrase that you used to describe him yesterday to the emissary from Mirabar, is it not? Evidently, my spies are also to be commended. Why let Neverember get away with his crimes against Luskan and Waterdeep? Can we be allies, if not friends? These are the questions that haunt my dreams as surely as I haunt yours. Sincerely, Jay.
Oh my god, I tell them that, as Bramble's giving it to me, I tell them and say all of that. He's trying to, make some kind of, a partnership with her or something. It was talking about, Luskan and Waterdeep.
Rich people
What is he
power
trying-
players.
He wants.
I
them-
wouldn't necessarily call Luskan, rich people.
No, but if he gets his hands on the money that Rainy's dad stole.
Yeah.
And if he can use her influence.
Oh, he's
Talking to himself.
Should we be trying to talk to her?
Tallice,
Yes.
she knows I'm here.
Wait, hold on. I can't desummon him if he's out of my range for the casting, can I? Oh. Okay.
I'm talking to her. Hold on.
I go for it to
You can talk out of him, right?
Yeah. Bramble, I'm gonna come in.
So he's standing on her desk, and she's like this, in front of him, looking down with like a little smile on her face. She's wearing. Normally, when she's seen by the public, she's wearing rather, elegant attire. She's still rather elegant, but as far as casual is for her, that is kind of what she's wearing. She's just wearing kind of like a, just a gown made of satin, and then it's got kind of lace over it, and her really long silver hair is braided over her shoulder, and she's just looking down at Bramble, and in a very kind voice. She doesn't seem angry. She says, so who is it that sent you here?
I take over, and his iris is probably like flash like pink, briefly. Hi, that would be me.
I assume you're speaking through the creature.
The creature has a name and it's Bramble.
Speaking through Bramble, excuse me.
Hi.
Hello.
I like your dress.
Thank you. To whom do I make this acquaintance?
Tallice.
Okay, Tallice. Why might your little friend be spying over my shoulder at a letter written to me by Jarlaxle Bainray?
Because I work for Jarlaxle and I don't trust him, so I had my fairy following him to see what was on the letter. You were just the recipient. It was more about, like, the letter.
So you've read the contents of the letter, then I assume your friend has told you.
Yeah. Jarlaxle, like, kind of just had, like, a standoff with him. And so, after he left, I had Bramble follow him, and then he handed this letter to his friend, and then his friend delivered the letter to you.
I was going to ask your business with the Brigandeth, but your business appears to be personal.
Yeah, kind of. It's starting to seem like perhaps my business with them is ending. I'm not sure.
It's gonna scoot right into Dabble's people. It's a lateral movement.
Forgive me, but I much prefer my meetings with people to be face to face. How about you come to see me?
Are you going to try to shoot us?
No.
Are you going to try to put a fireball on us?
No. In fact, I want to know your opinion on Jarlaxle's business here in Waterdeep.
Oh, you mean the part about Luskin? Yeah, I'm from there. I can tell you about that. Actually, we all can. There's 5 of us.
So you know why he's here then?
Well, I read that there was something about Luskin and, like, wanting to do something, like, with prospering after Dagult Neverember, like, messed everything up.
Why don't you come and meet with me and we can maybe discuss?
Can I bring my 4 to 6 friends, depending on who decides to show up?
Anyone who's involved may accompany you.
Okay, cool, yeah, we were just gonna go dive into, like, the harbor there, but we can just come to see you first.
The moment where she opens her mouth to speak, and then she goes, if you'd like to dive into the harbor before coming to see me, that is fine. I'm going to be working all day. You can come in your own time.
Okay, cool, like, what should I say? Will they just know that if I'm like, I'm Tallice, let me in, that I can come in and see you?
Yes, I will leave your name with the the receptionist who will bring you to my office.
Okay, alright, cool. Hold on, I gotta see what that... I gotta go back to the handouts and see what that said. Alright, well...
Can we take a hot second and just appreciate Victoria this episode?
I adore Tallice so much right now. Oh my god. She's
I feel
perfect.
I feel so wonderfully useless. In the best way.
I'm
Well-
just sitting along for the ride. I love it.
Ageless Majesty, Laeral Silverhand, Queen of the Stornanter, Lady of the North, she of 7 stars, chosen of Mistrope and Lord of Waterdeep. We'll see you, like, probably today, but maybe, like, a little bit later.
Sounds like a plan. I
Okay,
look forward
bye.
to meeting you.
Can Bramble just, like... Can you let him out? Can you just, like, open a window and let him out?
Of course.
Okay, I'm sending him back now, bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, Laeral Silverhand wants to meet with us.
That was quick.
Welcome to the city, Mico.
That is awesome. I should have left home ages ago.
Do you
Frey,
feel
have-
better about your life being put in danger now?
Frey, have you ever met Laeral Silverhand? Because we're about to meet her.
I don't believe. I'm assuming I know who that is.
You've probably seen her. She does make appearances in the city, but you've probably never met her personally.
I know who she is. I've never met her personally.
So should we go do that now, or should we go do our business that we had planned on first? Because this is, like, it's something she wants to know. She wants to talk to us about what that letter said.
You know, I think that this is a little bit more important than asking a man about where bronze dragons are from, and I'm sure maybe she might just know that information.
Right. And
Yeah, honestly, fair.
you have personal investment in this, so I feel like this takes priority.
Yeah, I mean, Luskin kind of, like, it was a cool place, but also, like, I would fight everybody there. I have fought some people from there, but yeah, we should go and talk to her.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I
agree.
was gonna go into town and get some herbs later. My whole plans have been flipped on their head.
I don't like to
We have
necessarily.
Lots of stocks of herbs in the basement if you want to check them out later.
Or
I'm
in
not
the tower.
I'm not sure if you have what I'm quite looking for.
Oh, you're looking for, like, the good stuff.
No, that's not what I
No.
meant either. Anyway.
Okay, let's go.
I don't like to leave anything inefficient, so I'm gonna open our sliding doors and I'm going to summon Hickory. And I am
We'll duck
basically
feet on the floor.
Clap, clap,
Hickory,
clap.
I have a very important mission for you.
Mhm.
We are going to go speak with Laeral Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. I need you to go investigate the docks. I know you've got those big little duck lungs of yours. I want you to see if you can see what is inside that shipwreck. Just get a glimpse, and then I want you to go check on Rayna and Moongi and make sure that they're safe.
Little duck nod.
Godspeed. And I pick up his little plump body and, like, releasing a dove at a wedding just off the balcony. I just.
Wings flap and he'll fly away.
All right. Let's go meet an open lord.
The visuals in this game, brilliant.
Okay. So a lot of you are heading towards Castle Waterdeep.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently, that's what we're doing
Continue.
now.
You've been there before. It's an administrative building. The way that Waterdeep used to be run as far as the government was concerned was there used to be kind of what is basically a monarchy. So there was a castle. That castle has since been converted into kind of an administrative building. Laeral Silverhand does live here. But most of the business of the government is conducted out of this building. This is where you guys actually went to get your permits and stuff, and also to register, which someone will have to do.
You're getting documented, girl.
So it's probably Mico too.
I mean, yeah, but
Why?
So coming into the building, when you go up to the receptionist like Laryl instructed and say your name. You're told that she is expecting you, and they bring you upstairs. There's kind of a mezzanine where there is a large set of double doors. And there is a knock. The receptionist knocks at the door, and there is a come in that comes from the room. And the doors open, and you are entering a rather extravagant office. The ceilings are extremely tall, and on the ceiling, that is about 15 or so feet high, there is like an enchantment to make the ceilings look like a night sky, like covered in stars. And there's kind of a mist that hangs in the air up at the top of that 15-foot ceiling. There are bookshelves that go from floor to ceiling that are packed with books and have ladders, not letters, excuse me. A ladder that goes to the top of the first bookshelf, and then there's kind of a walkway for the second, and then more ladders going all the way up. There is a workstation that has a very organized chest or like armoire behind it that's got drawers filled with spell component. And behind the desk sits the Open Lord of Waterdeep, Lara Silverhand.
Hi. Do you
She
recognize
gestures
my
out in
voice?
front of her, and enough. There are only 2 chairs, but she gestures out in front of her, and enough chairs for everybody to sit. She summons, and they fill the space. I do recognize your voice. Yes, come sit.
I'm gonna sit on one of the edge chairs.
I'm like, ooh.
I'll sit next to Tallice.
I sit in it like all cross-leggy.
I have to say next to Nova.
So I'm sure you know that it's probably not the most legal thing to do to send someone into the Open Lord's office to read their mail.
Well, he's a fairy, so like technically, like, I mean, he's not bound by the laws of this plane.
You are.
You got me there!
So you are a member of the Brigand Earth, you say?
Yeah. Yeah, they helped me get out of Luskin. That's how I got here.
So if you are Tallice, that means that you are Nova. And I believe you go by Sir, correct? I don't know you either of you, though. I am so sorry.
Apparently you do.
Yes.
I just got here today.
Like
I just got
hours,
this
like 2 hours ago, maybe 3.
Well, welcome to the City of Splendors. We're happy to have you.
It's kind of kicking.
Mico, this city, boss.
Your interest in Starlaxle's letter tells me that you have more of a stake in what's going on in the city than maybe you would like people to know, especially given that you own the site of the fireball that befell the North Ward.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So before we begin and before I ask my questions, is there anything that you want me to know?
Man, this bitch can see the fucking Stone of Glory too. Bet she probably has X-ray vision too.
She's just looking at Nova's chest.
Just look, ma'am, my eyes are up here.
Titties.
They're up here. They're up here.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, can I tell that she might, like, is there an inflection in her tone that insinuates that she might know more than, like, I don't know. I might wait until after they decide what to tell her to see if
Can
her
I
tone or
insight
inflection.
if there's like anger or like malicious intent here behind this like facade of sweet?
Go ahead.
Because she wants to trust her, but Nova's been burned so many times.
I don't know what to believe.
Who do I believe? Which dice do I use?
Kitty cat, the druid dice.
kitty cat dice? Okay.
Yeah, the druid one.
Okay.
Or one of them.
Yeah. I got it. Listen to it. Yeah. Nat 20!
Nice.
It's a ball!
No, she does not seem to have any ill intent here. In fact, she's rather plain spoken, and there doesn't appear to be any lack of pretense in what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Her attitude, the sweet, obviously is there, but her attitude and the way that she carries herself doesn't really lend to a ruler or a politician or a queen or any sort of authority figure. She carries herself more like an adventurer.
Okay.
She's not
Inviting.
sitting super politely in her chair. She's like at her elbow. Like she very much carries herself like an adventurer.
Okay.
And if you guys would like to roll history checks, that's fine. But at least the very basic rudimentary knowledge of Laeral Silverhand, she used to be.
Okay.
This is a very new role to her because Daggle Never Ember was very recently usurped.
Mm.
I haven't gotten to roll a d20 today, so I'd like to take you up on that history check.
Sure.
Are you rolling with the dice roller in D&D Beyond?
No, physical dice. 16.
Okay, that's not too bad. She is one of the chosen of Mystra, who is basically the goddess of magic. Where'd it go? There it is. So she used to be a member of the Harpers. Yes. A few of her sisters and her were placed into the care of Elminster, who is a very, very well-known mage. When they came of age, Laeral elected to stay with him as an apprentice, where she learned magic. And when she finished her studies, she left to join the Harpers. When she left the Harpers when she was around 40 years old, and that is when she began ruling the realm of Stornantor. Sorry, I'm looking through to see what a 16 would give you. One of her sisters is actually the Archmage of Silvery Moon. So she is not the only leader of a city in her family.
I mean, that feels like a 16 to me. If you want to keep going, please do, but I mean, that's a lot.
And then she returned to Waterdeep at Mystra's request, gained the support of the Master Lords of the cities, and supplanted Daggle Never Ember as the Open Lord.
The god of magic told her to come here and unseat him.
Yes.
I feel like Temperance probably talks very highly of Mystra.
Yes.
So knowing all of that,
All of this information you probably got from Temperance.
that sounds
yeah.
pretty legit.
Yeah.
Knowing all of this, Sir is going to sort of to let the girls know where he stands on this. In response to her question, knowing this very long list about her, he's going to go, well, Miss Silverhand, Open Lord. If I'm being entirely honest, I think that the city of Waterdeep is possibly going to hell. Not as in physically. I mean, like, is a powder keg.
And why do you say that?
There's a lot of people, powerful people, scary people, that are making moves in our wonderful city. And in a more literal sense. So Sir's going to try and deflect off of Galore and Jarlaxle a little bit because he can't really speak on that. What he cares about is Asmodeus cultists. So he is going to try and shift this a little bit and be like, I'm positive that you had heard about the recent rumors concerning the Grauhund family.
Indeed, I have. I've been briefed on the investigation.
And I think I'm just a guy that worked at the docks pretty much a month ago. But I am speaking in all seriousness when I say it goes deeper, man. I think a lot deeper. And there's too many powerful people that are trying to capitalize on the city of Waterdeep right now. Jarlaxle only being one.
Well, do you know what Jarlaxle wants? I'm assuming that's why you were trying to get the contents of the letter.
Now he turns to Tallice because this isn't really his place to speak.
I mean, like, I work for him, but it's kind of hard to say, like, why he wants anything. Oh, he likes to make himself indispensable to everybody around him.
Indeed, he does.
Too valuable to everybody that he knows.
And he's very, very good at it.
I think
Mico has the earring, right?
I was just gonna think to Tallice. I mean, it wouldn't be a lie if we told her what Jarlaxle said to us. He said he's looking for the stone.
He's looking for the Stone of Galore. I shall say to her. Like,
the title of this episode is Cats Out of the Bag, by the way.
Like, he's looking for the Stone of Galore in the more, like, immediate sense, but in terms of, like, what he wants with it, I mean, it could be, like, wine, it could be, like, parties, it could be a giant hat, a huge hat, with a whole ostrich in it.
I mean, in a general sense, I think it all comes back to power and influence.
Hold on.
Did you say something, Graf?
He
Said, give
hold
me
on.
a second. I was
Okay.
looking at something.
Mico points his finger at Laryl Silverhand and casts Finger of Death.
I mean,
honey.
if I were to make a general guess at why he's talking to you about Daggle, Neverember, whoever that is, I don't care, and the stone, and wealth that was stolen, my guess is that he would want the money for Luskin, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too.
That's precisely why he wants the money. It's interesting that you know about the Stone of Galore. If you know about the Stone of Galore, then you know what the Stone of Galore is hiding, in that it is hiding the location to a vault here in the city where Daggle Neverember has stored the money that he has stolen from the citizenry of Waterdeep.
That is the
That's what
Rumor?
It's not a rumor, it's true.
So you just know about that.
I do, yes. Jarlaxle wants to cut a deal with me. He would like half of the money if he finds it, and give the other half to me to return to the city of Waterdeep. He's interested in combining, or he's interested in Luskin joining the Lord's Alliance.
Oh.
And he is hoping with that money he can buy their way in.
That's ambitious.
Very. And I'd like your opinion on the matter, because in my opinion, Luskin is a greedy pirate state that cannot be trusted under any circumstances.
I look at the girls.
Okay, alright. Because I feel like I've been skirting around this a lot. Like what can I ask, like, what would be like my general like overview of like my understanding of Luskin and like how it runs and like the people there? It is like merchant princes, right, that like run the government.
So Luskin is known as the City of Sails. It used to be a bustling city prior to the Spell Plague, but the Spell Plague basically decimated it. So the Spell Plague basically decimated it, and it was basically only a fraction of the way that it used to be. The government of Luskin is officially ruled by what's called the 5 High Captains. The High Captains are all former pirate lords. Each of them runs a faction in the city, and the factions are called ships. So there's Ship Terrell, Ship Barum, Ship Kurth, Ship Sulajak, and Ship Rethnor. But the Arcane Brotherhood is kind of the most powerful group in the city. The High Captains encourage the harassment of trading routes to small cities such as Mirabar and Neverwinter, but they have very much avoided conflict with Waterdeep because they believe Waterdeep to be too powerful. Travelers are generally treated with disdain and suspicion by the Arcane Brotherhood, because there is this idea that they may be spies. There are rumors that Luskin is allied with the Zentarum, but there's no proof that has ever been presented. But there is not really any true functioning government. Like, the High Captains are basically pirate lords that came in and said, we're here and we're ruling the city. That is what is known on the surface. You don't know Jarlaxle to be of any governing power in Luskin, though this tells you that he has some stake in it. What Laeral is saying.
And there's like, is it legitimate that like there's like not really a guard and people really just like will just brawl in the street, like if they have a problem?
Yep. Guard. Think of the guard there as like the Flaming Fist at its
Like, more of
absolute
them.
worst.
Yeah. I think that Luskin at its heart has some of the toughest people that you'll find like anywhere, and they're just trying to survive and do their best. And it's not their fault that, much like the people in the Field Ward or some of the people who live in Baldur's Gate, that there are forces in control of their city with a lot more power and influence than them, and they're just trying to survive. But I'm not sure that partnering with the High Captains or the Arcane Brotherhood would be like the best option for the people that live there.
I think I would agree. And your answer tells me that I can trust you. So what is your stake in this? What is your relationship to the Stone of Galore and everything that's been happening?
Oh, I'm mind linked to Nova, right?
Yep.
Or mind. That's all you, honey. You've got it now. That's up to you.
Me? Oh gosh.
You can tell her
Okay.
if you want or not.
I guess our stake in it is accidental at best. And it keeps happening.
It just keeps happening.
And it just keeps happening, and we're tired of being bullied. We're a little bit spiteful. And we don't want that money to get into the wrong hands when there's so many people here that need it. And
That
that's
is
the truth.
precisely what I wanted to hear.
And the demon and devil stuff was just extra on top, and it just doesn't make sense.
I don't think that it is. I don't think it's extra. I think it has something to do with everything that's going on.
How does a giant pile of money connect to
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus?
We've been trying to figure it out, but like every trail that we try to follow just kind of goes cold, or it's just behind like
Or the
so
door
many
slams
walls
in our
that-
face.
Yeah.
I mean, gods like offerings, and organizations need funding. My dad will do campaigns all the time, even if he doesn't need the money. He can use the money for other things that he wants. Even if Asmodeus isn't on this plane, he
Has
still
influence.
does. Yeah, he still would have influence, and
Yeah.
the best way to get things done is with money.
Yeah.
That is unfortunately the way of the world. I don't know the connection that these cults of Asmodeus have to what is going on. But I would like to find out. Sounds like you also would like to find out. So, I have a proposition. Questions I've been asking you have been... I don't like to call it a test because that sounds like it was planned, but your answers tell me that our desires are aligned, at least in this regard. And that means that has given me reason to trust you. Alongside the fact that you've been working with Vajra, I know that Vajra speaks highly of you. There's a reason that I know who you are. So, my proposition is this. Whatever business you're conducting of this nature, this investigation to find out what you're doing, I don't want this to be public. As far as the city is concerned, this money is a rumor, and I'd like it to stay that way for now. Because as long as it's a rumor, that keeps a level of calm with the city. We don't need the citizens thinking that there's 500,000 gold sitting somewhere for them to find. We don't need the city to believe that that's even possible, and for their trust in me to wane at all. So I don't want to bring this to the watch, and I don't want to bring this to more people than I need to.
Uh-oh.
I got a really, really weird message that really caught me off guard. Whew. So, how would you like to act as an extension of me? You will be given whatever resources you need, be it money for supplies, if you need additional hands to accompany you, if you need healing services. In exchange for finding this gold. And if you find this gold, I will give you 5,000 of it for yourselves.
That's different than the offer I was gonna offer her.
I will give you
Damn.
time to discuss. You don't need to tell me now. 5,000 of the 500,000 gold will be yours.
That's
And I
like
will-
5,000 each, right?
No, total.
And I was gonna go for a bold play, but she put she set where the bar is, and now mine seems astronomical.
Do you believe that you deserve more?
I think
Honestly,
so.
yeah.
We've been working really hard, and just so you
We've
know,
all almost died at least once.
and that's not even, we haven't just been working to try to, like, help with stop all of this galore nonsense either. We've been trying to, like, actually help people that live in the city. Like, we try to do really good things and run a business and, like, give food to people and try to help people find their missing children and get rid of animated scarecrows and hags and, like, you know, like, we try to do a lot of stuff to help. And I just think that it would be nice if we could have a little bit more, because we've been, every single day is like, are we going to get blown up? Is Nova going to get shot in the chest again? And it would just be nice to have a little bit more than that. I don't want
Do you
all of it.
believe to be fair?
I don't think it's not even just about the money, it's about the recognition, because it feels a little, no offense, a little weak for everything we've done so far.
Understandable.
Sir?
Sir?
Silverhand, you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but we've been having some pretty good luck with making bold moves, so I'm going to try one
Oh
right now.
no.
What my friends are saying is that we are adventurers. And he's going to stand up. Not like come over to her desk, but he's going to stand up, he's going to clasp his hands. He's going to say, I've heard many good things about you from the apprentice Temperance. Speaks incredibly highly. And I know that you got a start very much the same. I've heard that there may have been some other, perhaps divine influence to help along. And like I said before, a month ago I was just a man working on the docks. If the real threat, and I think you agree, if the real threat of this city, of our city of Waterdeep, is these powerful people trying to make a play for this money, to the point that the Lord of the Nine Hells is even in some way involved, then the safety and protection of Waterdeep stands at the top of everyone's priorities, yours and mine as a citizen, and to my friends as well. We've been doing the work, and we are kind of getting a little bit good at it. If you give us a chance to protect the city of Waterdeep and stop the threats to your city, perhaps then maybe a large sum of money that most people don't even think is real could just go to people who already are putting the city's best interest at heart. It's a large sum of money, and it can change a lot of lives, including ours. Let us defend the city of Waterdeep, and then just let the coin remain God. Sir's basically saying, let us save the city for all the money, but none of the recognition.
So you would like me to hire you to assist in this endeavor? Let you take 500,000 gold away from the citizens of Waterdeep.
I think you misunderstand. That money goes back into Waterdeep. We've already started with the field war, but it's not enough. We're not so greedy as to just...
Can you give me a detailed plan as to what the money is going to be put towards?
If you give me time, I believe I can.
If you set up a business plan, I would be willing to also bring you on as advisors as to what that money is going to be directed towards. But I cannot in good conscience just let you walk away with 500,000 gold that was embezzled from the citizenry.
That's fair, and I think that, and this is not meant to be offensive at all, because you're really cool and like just yeah, but being like a little bit closer to where everything is happening, like sometimes I think people that are higher up, they kind of like lose sight. It's like being a person and you see a bunch of ants around and you don't know what ants are doing, but the ants know what the other ants are doing. And sometimes it feels like the people that are in charge are like giants and you're the ants.
Understandable. What I want for this money is for it to go back into the city, for it to be put towards things that need the money, that need the funding. The field ward obviously needs a lot of care. Believe me, I've seen it, and I'm working on it. I'm still very, very new to this position, so you'll have to forgive me.
No, it's not just any one person's fault.
But so you can see how I can't just say, here, take 500,000 gold and do with it what you will. I can, however, begin to plan to make the group of you advisors. I can create positions within the government for which you will be paid to set up a plan as to how to allocate that money once it's returned to the government of Waterdeep, so that it can be put into those places where it's needed. Because you're right, I am sitting over here on my high perch in Castle Waterdeep, and there's a lot that I don't see. For lots of reasons, because I don't make it to the places where where I'm needed to be seen, because I'm not being told everything that I need to be told. There are a lot of reasons, but I don't see it all. And you're right. And you are a group of people that I have heard quite a lot about over the past couple of months.
Did you hear about our writ?
I did hear about your writ.
You hear about how Mert got our writ cleared? Because it's not there anymore. It's done.
I'm not going to let a little disturbing the peace writ come in the way of what I believe to be a group of people that can bring much needed insight. So, I will create these positions for you, allow you to create a plan to allocate these funds, some of which will go to you. We can decide on that amount if 5,000 is not agreeable to you. How does that sound?
I'm 100% on board.
Right, Mico, what do you think?
Mico, what do you think, being in the city for 3 hours?
Mico's just associating.
Because, like, how did I get here?
That was like really just sitting there.
I mean, Mico, I've learned 2 things about you. You like adventure, and having some coin in your pocket doesn't hurt.
How about you, Frey? This is your home too.
long as the money goes to the right causes, I'm fine where the money, whoever controls it.
Me too.
I think the most important thing right now, number one priority then, and if you'd like, I could create a contract for this so that all parties are held to a certain standard. But I think the most important thing right now, she looks to Sir, you are correct in that there is a lot of entities at play here that are causing or could cause a lot of hurt to this city. And if what you say is true, that there is a cult of Asmodeus that is acting and has something to do with all of this, I think that needs to be gotten to the bottom of.
Yep.
We're working on it.
And if you need resources, if you need access to records, if you need anything, you are now acting as an entity of the government of Waterdeep, so it is at your disposal.
Do you have a bronze dragon scale?
It's worth a shot.
You know what? You know what?
It's worth a shot.
I might. I have a collection of dragon scales.
With all respect, it must be great to be rich.
I didn't buy them. I actually...
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I-
You said collection. You said collection.
Well, I did collect them. However, I procured them myself.
Oh.
Wait, but so you know,
Lariel Silverhand.
so you know a bronze dragon?
No. I
Oh.
have, however, come in contact with the bronze dragon.
I
There
look
is
at
a
you-
rumor that there is a baby, or a young, very young bronze dragon that is swimming around
In
the
a
Slow turn to
the
Mico.
docks in the port, but there is an enchantment on the city that prevents anything of draconic nature from entering the city. So if it's there, it's not. It's like on the edges of the city.
Wow, that's a crazy rumor.
But I can take a peek in my collection and see. Why do you need a bronze dragon?
You
Is that
know,
cool?
saving the city, finding things for people, save the city.
Well, I will take a peek in my collection. You guys decide what your plan of action is and let me know if you have any resources that you need access to. But it's a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
And she will go to shake everyone's hands.
When I go to shake her hand, he'll say, I know this is more Vajra's expertise, but you and Vajra work together. Force Grey.
Yes.
I know we were already acting a little bit pseudo with the Grey Hand. As the personal interest, you know, if I wanted to stay in the business of protecting my city.
After all this is done, if you prove yourself able and willing, then I don't see why that might not be something we can pursue.
Open Lord. Open Lord. Thank you.
Do let me know. I think it's a good place to end for the evening.
Hell yeah.
That's an
man.
episode.
A lot just happened. So much
I was
just
hoping.
happened.
I was hoping for the boys to get like I mean, we've been saying like, hey, it's probably gonna pop off when we go back to Waterdeep, but that was a pop off.
Damn.
Be like fastest key acquisition ever. Back secured. Like, let's go on number 3.
Okay. Any other final closing words?
Don't forget to check out Little Dragon and Cardboard Castle games, as well as our other games every night of the week.
Thank you, Adrian Von Ziegler, for perfectly timed music.
Yeah, that was done really well.
We will return next week with our Wildemount campaign, Vigil, run by Derek. So you will see what happens with these guys in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
Would anybody like to sign us out?
God.
Next time you have an NPC with your group and you keep forgetting, make sure to add that proficiency bonus on that history check to remember he's still here.
Oh God, wait, did Moongi come to this too?
No, Moongi went to Rainy.
Moongi went to Rainy. So we told Moongi, hey, we're gonna go do this stuff, and then he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back, and we're gonna be like, so we're working with the open load of Waterdeep now.
All right, guys. Good game.
We will
We
see
will
you
see you
next
later.
week.
Love you. Bye.